thinking.
Oh, not wondering why love has to change. You kiss me, but it's not real. Tell me what happened. Are we living a lie, baby? Is that magic gone? Ooh, do you feel the same way you used to, girl? Ooh, tell me, is it wrong for us to love like this? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your You run your fingers through my hair. You tell me you love me. You act like everything between us is alright, girl. But you know that it's not true. You love me, or do you wanna leave me, baby? Tell me, girl, I can take it. Something is not right now, no. Tell me how deep is your love. Oh, yes, I do, my baby. Do it up, my baby. Do it up, baby. That means I love you, darling. I just can't figure you out, baby.
Next. Hey, brother Chris, we gonna need you in a few minutes, brother. You made some interesting things when you talked about the water. So, Rich, I heard Rich this morning. So, Chris, please stay tuned. We're gonna play a few more jams. So, Rich, come on. We need you to answer some of these questions, enlighten us what we was missing on. So, stay tuned, brother. We really need you on this one, Chris. Because me and Rich was talking about was there a lot of opportunists in the town. And we mean that, brother Chris. You are the one.
You're my baby, my lover, my lady, all mine. You make me want you. It drives me crazy. I feel like you were made just for me, babe. Tell me.
Yes, Becky, you know, every blue moon, I might show my face. But yeah, I'm the one behind it. Along with the rest of us, me and Dewan has really put this together. And we're trying to bring you different things.
I know I'm gonna always choose to be with you, 'cause girl, don't you know? Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side. Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side. When you're not here, you don't know how much I miss you. The whole time on my mind is how much I'm gonna get to make you feel so good. Like you know I could. Tell me if you feel the same way, 'cause it just feels so right. I don't wanna waste no time. Girl, if I had to choose, I know I'm gonna always choose to be with you. Girl, don't you know? Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? Yeah, babe, I wanna give my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side. Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Whoa, I wanna be always here by your side. Baby, don't you know you're so beautiful?
I appreciate everybody that woke up with us this morning, to come chill with us. Hopefully we can bring you something interesting, something different than the other ones. So stay tuned. Rich will be on the way shortly.
Where we going?
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Listen, the lechero gave me a new strand.
It's the regular.
Area de la Ghetto. Severe Verde.
The regular.
Fine.
Goodbye.
Fine.
Oh, Becky, we working on it. You know, we just started something. This was something that was dead. If I could tell you the truth, how this all came together, Becky, this was, and bless his soul, the brother Gino really started this for us to come together, me and Dewan. He put this together, even though he's no longer here with us. But we reaching out. I caught COVID, so I've really been sitting down. I haven't really been out. I've been trying not to be around no people, even though I caught it back in what was it, the 29th of December? I caught it, but I still been quarantining just to be on the safe side. So next week I'll be back. Well, I'll be back in the building when we're doing it live from down there. So really, I've been working from my living room doing this. But I really appreciate y'all for tuning in, because we're trying to put something together. Right now, it got its kinks and its tinks that some things we trying to do. So just stay tuned, and we're gonna put this together.
You don't wanna fall back. I don't wanna fall back tonight. I just want my own, baby. You
brother Rich. You live. Can you hear me, Rich?
Good morning.
Good morning, then, Rich. I shut it down. The people was waiting on you to get here.
Oh, okay. I'm up. I'm up.
I got Chris. I told him we was waiting on him because he's the integral part of what was going on. You know
Yeah.
about the
As
missing.
far as far as the conversation about Pastor Miller, the miseducation of Flint, he in that's my boy right there. I can't wait till I can clear some of the stuff off my plate and I can get started pushing that petition to have our water bill paid 60%, 60 or 70% of it, because I'm gonna sit down at the table with the people that's willing to put this out there with me. And if they say that they want to go up, move it up to 70, I'm moving it up to 70. And if they say they want to move it up to 80 or 90, I'm willing to move it up to 80 or 90, whatever the people that come with me say that they want. That's what I'm going to give. That's the same way I feel about that law settlement.
Right.
Just because I'm saying we all deserve 50,000 or more. Hell, if y'all sit out there and say we deserve $1 trillion and y'all want to fight for $1 trillion, I ain't finna fight for 50,000. I'm finna fight for $1 trillion. I'm not finna be that kind of guy that's not gonna make a compromise that is best for him. So that's never that and that's never gonna happen. Uh like I said before, when I started talking about the zero balancing of the water fund, I was like, that spent 150, I spent 2,000% of the money between the city administration and the city council. And then I agreed to maybe giving a firm some oversight money, which I really don't believe in that either. But I can't argue with everybody about the whole scenario. It's a give and take situation. I'm willing to give some money to somebody to tell them that they did a good job spending the money. Which, like I said, it's too hard not to spend that money the right way. That money is not going to be spent the wrong way, but it can be spent the right way, and the north side of Flint can be left out. That can happen. It can be spent the right way, and people still have those water bills hanging over their head. It can be spent the right way, and people still need help with their houses. We still have some kind of problem with our policing system. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting,
Yes,
but
sir. I see what you're saying.
I hope it's spent the right way, and I hope that the north side of Flint receives some love,
Mhm.
and I hope that the city council does things with those Hopper funds that make people like me want to fight for more funds to come into the city this way. Because, like I said, this is how we can stop. We don't have the right now. If we cry because all of the money went downtown instead of to the north side of Flint, we crying and we bitching at ourselves because
All right.
this is one time that the city council and the administration can't point a finger at no one else but themselves or pat themselves on the back. Either which way, they're either gonna have to point the finger at themselves or recognize the three fingers that are pointed at them, or pat themselves on the back.
No doubt. But that's what comes to Chris. Chris, if you still on there, because I mean, I understand that you have people with good intentions. That's why I say sometimes you can be tricked when you have people with good intentions. You can be tricked. Like you said, with the far as the lawyers making off, you know what I'm saying, and the residents basically not really gonna get peanuts. You might get maybe a handful, maybe more than that. That might
I
see
want to see how.
someone.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I
Go
want to
ahead.
see how much the main complainants are getting.
Right. I can understand that.
I want to see how much they getting. I think they money should. And then let me say this about them too.
Right.
They getting shortchanged.
Oh, Chris just popped up. Let me read this question for you.
Okay.
He said y'all need to get the book by David Icke. He was Bill Clinton press secretary. The book will have the World Trade Centers burning on the front cover of the book. It will break down the power structure of all city, state governments in the nations. And I, you know what? I could believe that. I mean, like I said, it's a power struggle. This is what we caught up in right now. It's not to the fact that what I mean by the power struggle. You got whites still trying to hold on to power. Why you think they doing all this gerrymandering? Why you think when you hear Republicans say they don't want to do mail in
Voting.
voting? Why not? They look at it because they feel they wouldn't win another election. Why the Democrats don't take advantage of things like when Republicans push their agenda, they push it all the way totally through.
Well, well, let me say something. Let me say something.
Go ahead.
And the city of Flint, and bear witness to what I'm saying is true. It's some Democrats that taking advantage of these low voter turnouts too. It ain't just Republicans that are benefiting. It's some traditionally especially in this city. There ain't nowhere in the world we can't say that this low voter content that has nothing to do with who runs our city, who gets elected. There's no way you can say that because we don't even got like what we got like 4% voting.
Right.
So our elected officials and what is desired from our citizens, it's a huge gap all around the board. Um, it's sad that we have a county commission that basically moves as they wish when it comes to being demanded to do something from the citizens of Flint. Now you gotta remember that's a county commission. They mean they gotta deal with the people from Swartz Creek. They're very vocal. They got to
Right.
deal with the people from Davidson. We all know how vocal they is. Hell, they still ready red and take over the commissioner
Right.
meeting. We gotta we share them with Flint Township. We share them with Grand Blanc. And let some of these little black kids that hang around these Flint stores decide that they want to go hang around some stores in Grand Blanc. You'll see them in front of that county commissioner as a city
Right.
to get them out of there. That's not gonna happen. But you see in the city of Flint the results of we it's an attack on cities like Flint, and the attack is inside itself because they didn't mess with our minds. It's so many. It's just so many. I mean, I can't even address all of the people that have a foul taste in their mouth because of politics. Because they got different flavors. It's different bad flavors. They have different experiences, and
Right.
it's sad. But I'm going to try to make a move, and I really need to sit down and try to implement this move ASAP because pretty soon I'm going to be having to strip all my concentration into one.
Right.
And I'm really gonna hate when that time comes. But you gotta do something for yourself too. You know,
Well,
I feel that my next move is I'm doing something for myself, and just like the move I made when I ran as a write-in for city council. Yeah, that was personal, but it also had good intentions and a great agenda when it came to the city council. See, this is what needs to start happening when it
Bridget.
comes to people that's running for office. They need they need to have agendas that they need implemented to the point to where, like, I just put it like this. I had to speak in Lansing, and I was the only one that was not running for office in
Mm,
Lansing.
mm,
So when I got up there, it was a whole lot of people that was running for the same seat that I didn't know.
right.
So God gave me the word to tell them people that they need to communicate with each other instead of go at each other's throat. And
Well,
he also gave me the vision because I was listening to him. and they had different, they was moving in different directions as far as what they wanted their campaigns to represent.
Ah, I
So
got
I
you.
say, I told them, I say, y'all should be each other friends because only one of y'all can win an election.
Right.
All three of y'all, both of y'all, all four cannot win an election. Only one of y'all can win, and that winner may have an issue in the near future that one of the losers is their expertise.
But
So
let me,
now you got a friend that you can call up and y'all can work that out to better your city versus y'all
but
at each other's throats and you need help, but you can't call that person who got expertise in that department because y'all been beefing at each other so much.
Rich, let me read the two questions. What Chris Collop got two and Becky got one. I'm gonna read Chris Collop the first one he wrote. He said, "Our institutions, like colleges and educational systems, are all involved, including fraternities and sororities and unions, etc. Anything you have to take an oath of any organization is in the power of in the power the po- it's in the power structure. It is not only based on race." That was his. Now let me read the second one, Becky Brown. Becky Brown says, generally, your religious black Democrats side with Republicans, whether they are conscious or unconscious. Our politicians are miseducated on politics. And they go Chris Calloway with his last. We said this is the reason some lawyers cannot touch the water crisis case. Now let's just deal with the 500-pound elephant in the room, Rich. The
I'm listening.
water and these pastors that brought the fire people who brought the lawyers in. Now, Chris, this is the problem that I mean, well, you brought it up. It wasn't a problem, but a couple people was mad. I got a couple calls about the Pastor Miller situation. When me and you was talking, when you said it depends on what side of the coin it is. Some gonna say he was good. Like you said, you was indecisive. I didn't know enough about it, but from what I was hearing, but I seen it was a lot of hoopla. Far as you got Pastor Flynn leaving, you got Pastor Miller, and some calls was the word was used with opportunists. But I'm just reporting
And
what
any
was said.
and anyway it go, they are. You got to think about it. They're leaving one situation for a better situation. So whether they are intentional opportunists, whether they are opportunists looking for opportunities at all times, that's just to be decided. But this is for sure. They took advantage of these two options that they have, and they opted out of being and staying in the city of Flint. And no matter where you are as far as if you think that they are great people and this is something that God ordained for them to do, or why, however, or you feel that they just opportunities, however it is, it's the fact of it is they soon will not be residents in the city of Flint. So that's a fact.
And the question is this: is the people did they leave the people in a better shape than they found them?
You had to ask the members of Metropolitan Church that because you got to remember that was his number one goal was he come here and pastor the church. All
Right.
that other stuff he jumped into, he jumped into. The question of it is why did he jump into so much stuff? Did I feel what he did for that school board, he did through his heart. And some people feel that he's seen a crack in the door, and he tried to kick it open to get. But I just it all depends on who you talk to.
What was it that he did with the board? Explain that to me because I don't know.
Well, he was very intimate in the board, in the school board. Uh, he had a lot of conversations. They did protests, and they were bringing some awareness to some of the bad things that was happening due to the GSID.
Right.
So you got to give credit to that. He also was one of the ones that turned around and brought in those attorneys for the lawsuit, like Chris Caleb said.
And this what
So
this what Chris Caleb just said. He said the third eye will see the truth. Some people are used without knowing what they are being used. Some of your
mhm.
activists know this is the truth. But that's why. Well, you got a point there, Chris. How you feel about that, Rich?
And I feel he's very right. And I don't feel I'm being used. I feel that I am being used, but I'm being used by God because it is a lot of things that's going on that I have no understanding for why they're going on, and then later on down the road I can see some things, you know.
Right,
Um, I mean, just the fact that I'm right here in Flint right now today,
right.
besides being in California. I would be in California right now today, but I lost my ID on election. So all these Flint voices and stuff that you've been seeing me doing, I wouldn't have been doing them in Flint. I would have left Flint January the 6th, and I'd have been in California making between $500 and $2,000 a day easy.
Mm,
I would have put myself first. But God seen his fit that he needed me here in this city, and he took my license from me. Like I said, I didn't know why I didn't have it. You
but
know, why I didn't have the ability to get that plane ticket because of I didn't know that God to, had me here because a lot of this stuff that happened since January 6th. A lot of things I done touched on, like, I'm trying to help, Cynthia Hines get these people, up to Ypsilanti today at the last minute.
right. I
You know
mean,
what I'm
it's for a
saying?
good cause, though, Rich.
It's for a great cause, but you didn't know this situation was coming up,
Right,
uh on November the 2nd when your ID, suddenly came up missing. You see what I'm saying?
right.
So it's stuff like that. And, it's just ironic that things went haywire yesterday as far as the little podcast that we did. But before we did the podcast, God gave it to me. Hey, you got February the 15th open. You need to do a part B for this one, and you need to do a part B for staff or something, and all on the same bill. So I had already had the
I mean,
answer to the problem that happened yesterday, and I didn't even know it was going to be a problem yesterday until 6 o'clock. And at
but
6 o'clock, boy, did everything hit the fan. It hit the
but
fan, but
but,
we
but
made it through.
okay. Well, you got another question like this from Chris, and I'm gonna read Becky Brown. Chris said, "Do y'all remember when people wasn't signing up for the lawsuit? I remember adults wasn't allowed to sign up for the lawsuit because Ben Crump wouldn't take them. Now ask yourself why."
That's a good question, Chris. That's a good question. And I remember some conversation about that, and I'm not totally filled in because, like I said before, I didn't opt in. I didn't At the end of the day, I didn't opt in. When they sent that $600 million in, I didn't even try to do the math. I screamed out loud as ever, man, opt out. I tried to reach out to people and find out what we could do to bring awareness to the people that they don't need to sign up. And I got no support. That's the reason why I'm walking like I'm walking now, because I didn't get no support when I said the people need to opt out. The best thing for us to do is to opt out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get no support when I said the state needs to be paying 70% of our water bill directly to our water fund. Our water bills just come back saying your water bill is $100 minus $70 paid from the state. You now owe the city of Flint $30.
Right. Okay.
And I didn't get nobody to stand behind me on that one either.
Well, this might go good for you right here. Becky got a question. She said, "Why do black folks think moving is going to solve the problem to an unfair system?"
It personally moving. So, and then you got to remember this though. You got to be careful what you ask for. Just like all of these, outside schools that are now having problems that they never had before until they decided to start investing in getting these students that have been lead poisoned and all kinds of issues coming out of the city of Flint. So
Right.
you so you know so you got to be careful what you ask for. Just because you moving in the Grand Blanc, you could be moving. I mean, like this is real talk. You know, off over there off of Beecher Road.
Yeah.
I'm talking about way past Linden, where they got all the beautiful houses subdivisions.
You talk about Die Road and going up to
All of them big houses. Guess what?
what's up?
They have shootings and murders out there too.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Talk to me.
They just don't hit the local news like that.
Oh they gonna keep it down. But then okay, now go back to Chris' first question. He said most of the adults signed up after Hill Harper was on Facebook Live in Flint. That's when most of the adults signed up. But
They
just to be,
numbers, Chris, you're right. Chris, at that point, if we would have had people standing up, because you got to remember, Chris Harper and them only came in here and told us to sign up. They didn't come up here promising us nothing.
he
They
said, well,
came up, they came up telling us to sign up, and they just captured the conversation was on how bad we were done. They never had a conversation with us what we deserved. They never had a conversation with us, this is what I can do for you. They never had a conversation for us, this is what we're fighting for. They never had none of that. They just were talking about how bad. And then when you in such a bad situation like that, when you have famous people coming in here looking into your eyes saying stuff, you know when you have activists jumping on the mic telling you to sign up. When you have when you have your lead when you have your lead councilman telling you, and then I don't have nothing against my main councilman Eric Mays. I don't have nothing against the activists that spoke up and told the people to sign up for the lawsuit because I feel they've been bamboozled more than anybody because they use those powerful people to lure us to these places to get us to sign up. And then they don't even invite them to the table when they are discussing what should come out of this law settlement. As far as I heard from Eric Mays, he was dropped because he signed in with ejection. So I don't know the whole part of that story, but I'm not downing. Now the lawyers, the attorneys, I ain't got no love for them. I ain't got no love for them. Chichelle Young, I'm sorry. You should have did more. You should have had town halls asking us what we wanted. You should have been sitting down there like, hell no, y'all gonna give the citizens of Flint this. But I don't know what you did, but you didn't do that.
this was what Chris Callip, he said, has Hill Hopper been back to Flint to speak about the water crisis? Then the second, he said, why would he do that, Rich? And then Becky Brown said, for one, we need to stop blaming folks who look like us. The state and federal had no intention on correcting their crime.
Hey, I'm on it, Becky. Becky Brown. Becky Brown. I'm only acknowledging what happened. We were told to sign up. 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 We were never told. We were never asked anything. We were always told. We were told. We were told. We were told. So being that we were told, and that the first person that we were told from were are black. So let's just put it like this. Let's say that our black people was influenced by those white people that you're talking. So
Oh,
when we're talking about these black people, we are talking about the white people because it's the white people that led these black people to mislead us,
well,
whether it's intentional or and I
well,
really feel it was unintentional. I don't think Eric Mays had no idea that they was finna go in there and settle for $600 million. I don't think that was. I
no,
don't think that was. I stand up and vouch for that. I don't think he. I don't think he knew this was coming like this.
no, Rich. Becky Brown said she talking about the system, and then I see what Chris Callip said. Hill Harper is a Harvard graduate, and he went to school for law. But see, we got to be real with this though. people keep acting like Ben Crump them got good names. No, they do not. Ben Crump them is just to go get some money. You ain't never seen none of them people got convicted to Ben Crump went and dealt with. He go get some money. We get so caught up because we say Ben Crump, he a fighter for this. Listen, Al Sharpton, I'm fighter for this. Listen, man. Don't go to
Man, where is
Baltimore.
Johnny Cochran at? We need a 2022 Johnny
Man,
Cochran. That's what we need.
they not letting nobody come in. Look how the Baltimore, how they doing Maryland, I can't even pronounce her name, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But they trying to indict that lady in Baltimore. Man, if you fight for your people against this system will show you what it would do to you. Cause just look at the January 6th. They not locking no. I mean, we ain't got to go with that. Just look with Snyder. He getting mad because he got a misdemeanor. We got people who go to get more time. Becky Brown said Ben Crump is a civil rights attorney. I'm gonna tell you like this, Becky. I have no belief in our civil nothing. The NAACP. I don't believe in none of that. I think them is just they are just getting paid because them families are still hurt. Them families even coming back out. If you go to some of them places, they was running Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson up out of them places just a few years ago. Ain't nobody going for the just you coming in, you saying this and the system still the same, man. You know what I'm saying? You still getting beat by police. You still getting killed by the police. Just because you gave somebody some money and the killing still going on.
Some things ain't gonna change.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
not
and,
gonna
and,
change.
and it's sad. It's sad because we get caught up. We get caught up. I mean, we get caught up in the conversation. We got too many slick talk.
Sure, dude.
You got to remember, we living in the city of Flint, to where people don't know what clear and factual is. They turn clear and factual. I mean, you got people defending somebody that got two attorneys to stop people from going and talking to the city council, which is a part of their job. Come on, man, we in trouble. We got these invincible elected officials that don't love. Let's just keep it real. Um, like I said before, we should have attorneys when it comes to that law settlement that want to fight over billions, like at least $2 billion. That meant they asked for $6 billion.
Right.
That means the city of Flint residents should be splitting $4 billion from the state of Michigan.
But
And we can do way more with $4 billion than we can do with 600 million. Can I get an amen on that?
well, Becky Brown just said that. She said every time a body die, think about how much a black body is worth. Yeah, they got some things on the black market, so you have to look at all of that. I mean, but when you living in an unjust system, you know what I'm saying? This is this is an unjust system. The blacks, I guess, till we really realize, man, we are really POWs. Even though you might have a mayor that's black, a senator that's black, a governor that's black, you still a POW because it's only far you can go. They will switch the game up so wicked. The system will. Yes, Chris, you are right. If the whole country is a corporation, there's one system. No, it is one system, and ain't no two. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to blacks, as has been said, the biggest problem you got to think we still having the same cry that when Martin Luther King was here: jobs,
And he is
housing.
not happy with the city of Flint right
No, I'm talking about Martin Luther King. I'm not talking about his son. I'm talking about the
now.
father.
Martin Luther King ain't happy with us either. He turned over in his grave.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about these. I'm
He
talking
ain't
about.
he ain't happy. He ain't happy with he not happy with our supposedly stand up leaders. He not happy.
Do you think how you think he would feel about Jesse and Al? Do you think he would be? I mean, I couldn't see that would he fall for. Like he even said it. He said he felt like he integrated his people into a burning house. So that's what I mean. And not you always try to correct. He just never got the time to really correct what was there. What he
And
seen
maybe
his
he was working on that correction when he got shot on that balcony. We never know.
no, I believe he was working on that connection when he went and sat down with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Just go back and think when he went and sat down, because you got to remember, they never want.
They want us to be at each other's throat.
Yeah, they never want us to be in unity. Cause just think, like we was talking yesterday, you get a Black Wall Street, and we just worked on unity, we would be we'd probably come out of this. Cause the thing what we got to look how we going to Congress, blacks. That's what I'm saying. The NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus, y'all gonna go beg somebody, Kristen Sinema and the Joe Manchin, and try to beg it. They want you to see if you can get, and they don't even have 9 or 10 Republicans. They can get the 60 vote for us to vote. Do you understand? That's a
From what
human
I'm
right.
hearing, they ain't even got all the Democrats to vote for.
Did you hear what I'm
I'm
saying?
hearing they got some Democrats that's not going to vote for us to
Well,
vote for the John Lewis Act,
well, we
voting rights act.
well we know 2 of them. We know Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. Them the ones that they highlight. Them 2 Democrats. But the point that I'm making is, look how you got you got them in Congress going up there to beg. Because that's basically what you're doing, to beg, to convince some white people to make it where you can vote. Is it any other race that got to get every 25 years? There's got to be voted on for them to vote again. I mean, does it? Is this just blacks? That's what I'm saying. Now that's the system. That's the system we going against. We are
In
going up here to
25 years,
bed.
my grandkids will have to be fighting to vote. In 25 years, my grandkids will be 27 years old. They'll be fighting. They'll be out there. I don't know my grandkids growing up in a country that they got to fight to vote at.
That's where we at.
I mean, my mama they had to vote for my mama to continue her right. They had to vote for my grandparents to continue their right. We got to vote now for me to continue my. Man, I ain't feeling all that, man. Get that over with.
But I mean, how many Democratic presidents that we had? Would they want us to wait till the Senate or the Congress? When you see in the games that the Republicans are doing, they showing up they power. So if they do become the minority, they're gonna own everything.
And why can't black people see all of this demise that they're doing? If your vote didn't count, they wouldn't work so hard to silence your vote. They wouldn't work so hard to keep you not voting.
Right. But just look at the game. They want you. They told us if we voted, they got the House and the Senate. I took my clown self out there and voted too. And what we getting told again? So you got to vote again. If you don't vote, this was gonna happen. When you do got it, you're not getting none. This ain't you're not getting none. But then look who we got in power, Joe Biden. He the president. Boy, did I wonder how the people looking with the laws he put down. You know what I'm saying? We get the lesser of 2 evils.
We gotta, man, we gotta do something about getting the right people elected against a mighty force. Because even if you just go to the Lord history as in the city council, it's a lot of evil forces trying to keep your all your government just like there. You got you got Governor Whitmer right now. She's crying about going up against Betsy DeVoe, and she's
Right,
not crying to go up against Betsy DeVoe as a. She's crying because Betsy DeVoe is about to spend billions of dollars to get her up to get somebody else in that seat.
right. No, I mean, yeah, Becky. I guess Becky said she don't. Becky Brown said, "I do not look at it as begging, but we must speak up." I mean, what do you call it though, Becky? If it's not, if you steady going asking somebody the same thing and you still ain't getting it done. I get what you're saying. She said get the info from the Library of Congress for an understanding. My understanding is why is it every 25 years we got to keep going through this? Why is it not written in the law? That's my thing with it. I mean, we can say, because to me it's like we doing the same. We keep doing the same thing and looking for a different outcome. Like No, I'm with you with that, Chris. Chris Callum said Black Wall Street were built when blacks could not integrate to the pale faces institutions. And the reason they allow us to integrate is because of this saying, keep your enemy closer to you. This is our problem. This is where I agree with the NOI and some of their things. Now, I totally agree with them. We do really need to
Man,
separate.
Chris, I'm gonna need you on my team in the near future. That's real talk, bro. If you ain't nothing but a person that I just sit down and talk to before I run out in front of people, I gotta have you on my squad because you a real dude, man, and I appreciate you. I've been looking for people like you. It's you're rare. It's not too many of us. It's not. You're very rare, and you're rarer than me because you're a researcher also. I'm just a straight to the point guy. I don't really like reading 1,000 pages to get a meaning that could have been brought to you in the first paragraph. I'm that kind of guy. Some people they like reading a 1,000 page book that only got 2 pages of knowledge. I ain't with that. I just want to read them 2 pages of knowledge. Stuff like that. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot of different people, and I think that Chris, some of my shortcomings, he can take, he can really help me with it because I don't have time personally to go back there and investigate and get everything lined up because every
No,
day is something new coming up. I mean, some of the
no,
stuff that Chris is talking about was going on in 78 and 8.
Becky
And some of the
Brown
stuff
said,
that's coming up now, we in 2022.
no, Becky
And
Brown said,
we still got issues from 2021 that
Rich,
we ain't saw. We still got issues from 2020 that we ain't saw. 19, 18, and we can keep going backwards.
Rich, Becky Brown said, no, stop. That is misinformation. What part was he saying was misinformation, Becky?
Yeah, which part was Chris saying was misinformation?
No, I think she said you, Rich. She didn't say Chris. She said, no, stop
Oh,
that,
well,
Rich.
well,
That
which
is.
part what I said was misinformation because all I said is I agree with him and I need to sit down and I need to, I need a person like that to communicate with.
Okay, Chris said, I attained a lot of knowledge from meeting people across the United States and reading some books. No, you have to read it. Well, you
You
heard what
got
they said.
to.
They told you for a black man putting in a book, he ain't going to read it.
Yep.
I love to read books. I mean, I'm just looking at facts that we just growing up and seeing, and then going back because I like to go look back in history and read things like go on YouTube, read some books, but also go. I like to look when they be doing documentaries. I love to go back and watch documentaries. But what I'm saying is in this system where a majority black city in this system get poisoned where we got the people still telling you to pay for poison water. Where in the history that you paying for your own demise? Well, you gonna pay for this water if you bathe in it. You can get skin rashes. You drink it, it can be fatal. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Fatal.
yeah, to me, it's in due time.
Look at all these kids running around here bouncing off the wall.
Yeah, but I mean, just yeah, definitely that. I mean, but it's messed up. But hey, it's a cold blooded. You right
It's
about that,
sad,
Chris.
man. We need
Everything is in the book is like everything in the books is not really truth either. No, because we giving their history. You know what I'm saying? When they telling us, they giving us their history, their story. They will never highlight blacks. Just think about it when they did that movie Hidden Figures about the black lady. That should have been not something that should have been that's just now being told. But if I've been telling you all your life since you've been in this country, I'm better than you. I'm not gonna highlight that you really better than
teaching
me.
them better than you.
Yeah,
Everything is supreme,
right.
superior.
Yeah.
Everything is superior. Your color of your Jesus superior. You know
Hmm.
your first policeman superior. Your first president superior. Your
Mhm.
first senator superior. It took too many years before we got a black person with a American title.
Right.
It took
And
a long time.
this was even cold blooded too. Look how they just did Maya Angelou. Didn't they just put her on a coin?
I think so.
Yeah, I watched. I like Dr. John Henry Clark, Becky Brown. I watched The Long Walk, the one Wesley Snipes narrated. I also watched Dr. Francis Wesley. A quarter, right? But yes, they just put Maya Angelou on the quarter. But who on the other side of that quarter though? They don't talk about that part. Who on the front side of that quarter? See, even when they giving you something, they want us to forgive them. Like you have to. We have to really look at it. We in their country. They, man, listen. The truth of it, what it is. If it's gonna hurt their feelings, let it hurt. You got white people want you actually to forget racism. Do you think you're gonna tell a Jew to forget the Holocaust? You're not gonna tell them to forget that. But they'll tell us to forget what happened to us over here like it's cool. Rich, your phone breaking up. I mean, it froze up. Rich dropped for a second. This is cold blooded. Rich together. Hold on one second. I get. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Tony. Tony brought her. It's a lot of and Michael Imhotep. You got a lot, but see, that's what we need. We need more of us telling our story, Becky, than our story getting told to us from them. You got some who might want to tell the truth, but you got some who not gonna tell the truth. No, you're right about that, Chris. But the problem I just see here is that when it make us look bad as a people when you have a majority black city council, a black mayor, but yet when you still seeing the people as poison. It didn't matter who became the new administration came in. It supposed to follow off the last one. They still supposed to been fighting for the people, not telling you this not the floor, not the ceiling or whatever. But then when really it is what it is, and people getting played, and they want you to still say you got to pay for your water. That is poisoning you, breaking your skin out. Pay for it. I understand Rich when he's saying zero balance, but if you don't zero balance it, why the state couldn't just give up 50 million or when money came in, somebody went all other places just to pay for the water to get fixed. That the people shouldn't still be paying and can't bathe or drink with that water. That's like a third world country. I'll give me a second. I'm gonna give you some music until I get this figured out with Rich.
Look what you made me do. Don't let it go to waste. Every drop of love I just gave. I need your energy. I don't wanna feel like you're saving it for some other time or some other thing that's been on your mind. And I know, believe me, I know, but I'm gonna make the time to relax. I'm gonna make a point to just focus on us. I'm gonna make sure you get enough.
Oh, the library stuff. Okay, so from my understanding, this Becky Brown, from my understanding, when Arthur Andrew Highsmith wrote this book about Flint, the library stopped being responsible for our city's government info. Mm. But he leaked out some information, Becky Brown, that they got mad about. I'm trying to see that too, Chris. When was that? Becky Brown, when was okay? They put out information that made people real mad, Oh, the Mott family was upset about. Well, that explains everything. If it shed a light on them, oh yeah, they was definitely mad. Oh, they was definitely mad. The Mott family. Oh yeah, no, you can't cross the you can't cross the Mott family. The Demolish Me, Progress book. Was that the one Maurice Davis was speaking on at one time when he was having his podcast when he was talking about it, how they was taking Flint, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, y'all give me like 3 minutes. I gotta check on this. I'm doing some cooking, family. Just give me 3 minutes. I'll leave you with one jam. I got something for you in 1 second.
It's really good to see you again, baby. And I must admit, you're looking very, very, very nice these days. I guess life must be treating you well. Oh, me? Well, I've just been doing the same old thing I've always been doing. You know, I've got a new lady now. And it's a little different than it was when I was with you.
What active is that, Chris? Can you put it in the chat?
I think back to when we met. The way I used to be and the cold way I used to act. But more than that, I think of how you changed me with your love and sensitivity. Remember when I used to love them and leave them. That's what I used to do. Use and abuse them. Then I laid eyes on you. It was pain before pleasure. That was my claim to fame. With every measure, baby. Tasted teardrop stains, yeah. I was cold as ice long ago, baby, baby. I wasn't very, very, very nice, you know. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Then I kissed your lips and you turned on.
Becky is okay. You said study the history of the Flint Public Library. Can you give us some insight on that, Becky? Miss Brown. Who? I gotta find Chris. What you saying? Which one of our activists You said have a good book. I'm trying to see. Is it Layla Harvey McGee? If I'm not mistaken, she be having some good shows too. And I like how she was breaking the thing down. I mean, breaking down about the mots. So you say something bad about the mots, they'll take it all away from you. Terrible, terrible. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'll be watching her shows on Saturday. She have, she be doing some. I like some of the stuff she done did that I done seen her do. Far as how when she broke down the mots and the racism and Flint and everything. Yeah, she's. You know what? I would love for her and Dewan to sit down and have a. With her and Brother Robertson sit down and have a conversation. I probably need to get my uncle on here one day because he. Oh, you say you okay, but I get my information. Okay, I feel you, Becky. Oh, that's a good thing. We gotta support Black. I wish more people. I mean, if anybody in the chat besides you that will go purchase her book, that'll be a good thing. Why not support Black owned? But you know what, Becky, too, I get a lot of my information too from credible sources. But I also have been, my uncle who grew up in Flint. To go way back, he very knowledgeable. I'm gonna need to bring him on one day. He can give you some insight into the city called Flint too. When he used to tell me when they couldn't go past Hamilton Street, and my first time hearing that again is when I can't remember which one of the sisters, but it was a Muslim sister when they was at a city council when they was talking about they had to have cards, and I was like, that's what my uncle had told me that when he was telling me they grew up in St. John's. I remember my grandmother, she stayed out in Beecher. I mean, where they stayed on North Street. What she said what happened was when it was that tornado hit out in Beecher, that's when they started letting blacks move out in Beecher. I remember she told me, she said it's supposed to be in the Flint Public Library. I think it was a journal when they said God must be black. It's how the tornado, it skipped over and just went out there where the whites was at. And I remember, like I said, to sit around my grannies to listen to them different stories and stuff. But we could see it. You actually could, you could see it. I remember it was certain parts of Flint you couldn't go to, but now you can move all over. But it was the white flight, and I remember listening that to from Layla Hyron McGee was talking about it. Listening to my grandmother talk about it, my uncles them talk about it, like how it was for blacks coming in this town, and like a lot of them came from the South because of General Motors. Oh, that's what's up. My grandmother was on North Street, and my mother parents them came from out in Vassar. It's okay. The information was archived at our library. No, hey, but don't know. But how many people really remember that Becky fires the youth that's been told? See, like a lot of them stories that we didn't get from school. We got it passed down from the elders on things that was going on in Flint. That's why I believe it is a miseducation. Like all of us probably need to be re-educated on what's really going on because in my mind, that's why we probably at each other, with blacks at each other like that. Why we don't know how to sit down where we can talk beefs out and then just go to first thing we go to, we got to kill. That's why I say we need to be separated because blacks, we need to work on ourselves. And then we probably can go back out there once we learn about self and how to do. Like right now, we just out there just amongst each other. Like We warring factions. Just think about it when you got the Democrats in power and you had a Republican. Oh, well, see, okay, but they dismount information because libraries are generally a government organization. You know what, Chris? And I can agree with you with that. Some blacks left because they wasn't chosen in the power structure of Flint. I could believe that, Chris, all wholeheartedly. I honestly do believe that with you, and that's what's sad. That it's the power, but where's the power structure that we build in our community at? When you get in power, why wouldn't city council or mayor, you can push that money down on the north side of Flint and fix it up? Because I seen every time Goyette, and I'm not gonna hate, want to hate on Goyette, but WT Stevens should have been getting contract. You never see, and it's just facts. You never see when it's a white company come up there, they have no problem agreeing paying them. I sit up here and watch Kate Fields when what was it the water when at the water bottles they was trying to do when she was putting out misinformation in city council when they was arguing. But we got blacks act like she was just a ninth wonder or she was such a good person. But she grilled every person that was black that came that way. But they never grilled. They all, even the blacks, they agreed to give the white people their money. Blacks seem like black business had such a hard time, and Flint getting contracts, only certain ones. It's crazy that even our own people, we get caught up into I call it like the gang mentality, your side versus our side, which is crazy when both sides, if it do be somebody new coming in, both sides gonna be hurt. If your person not in, you're not gonna get nothing. But I guess this is just how the cookie crumble. We're gonna keep beefing with each other. When you see them Republicans and Democrats, them white organizations, they learn how to do business on us. They get right on top of our head like it ain't no problem. They know how to come together to deal with us, but we can't come together to deal with them. We shouldn't even be voting Democrat. We should be going independent. Oh, Goya has a lot to do with Powers Catholic School, but Flint folks still this, Flint folks still their students go to the organization. Yeah. Hey, you can't be mad when they know how to they gonna put money into their organization. There's no way. But maybe if WT Stevens was getting contracts like Goyette got to get money, maybe they could have partnered up with a black Catholic school. So that's where the company man effect comes in. I live down the street from the Stevens. He also worked for GM. I mean, hey, look, they set their system up, but we should be thinking like that. We should be doing the same thing, but we have so many obstacles through at us when we do it. They go to destroy us, but you have to remember, we have we have spending power of $1 trillion. We'd be the ninth richest country in the world. So when they got that, they make us be consumers where we study buying things. They don't want us to own things, spend what ourselves, come out of the situation we is. It shouldn't be just look at the nation, the Islam, NOI. They got their own school. We should have been pushing, helping the ones here start a school here where we can take our kids out of their school. So until we learn how to do for self, it's been talked about. Eventually, we're gonna be forced. So a lot of the Bible thumpers, eventually you gonna be the dry bones gonna wake up. Maybe it's gonna take some more winds to come to get the people to unite. Cause it seems like the police killing us killing us, getting poisoned by a government. That's not enough to make us unite. Oh, travel to the culture center. But once again, who giving out the contracts in the city of Flint then? I understand the way this system, but Becky Brown too, we have to understand they got their system set up, so it's gonna be who they gonna want you to get them contracts to. They take a brave person to come in there. You be a mayor, you got to have some. You got to have some kahunas out of the size of Jupiter. If you're gonna be a black mayor and help your people, but not just help the citizens of your city. Well, it won't look. You can have the North Side looking like downtown. It shouldn't be certain parts of Flint. All of Flint should be looking good. But just go to look at it how we have. We can write ordinance for dog. You don't leave them outside, but yet we won't put no warming centers together to help the homeless during these rigid, cold days. You'll have a person come on to look at a dog life is more than a human life. Yeah, Chris. When they started letting us come in, but that's the mind state you have to look at. I mean, look at the. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm rapping. I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at a side where. What's up, brother Mike? I'm just looking at. I don't know, Becky. Rich in his phone. I'm trying to hold it together till Rich come back on for y'all. I'm just looking at it like from a standpoint where they write laws, but we have to understand. We do have to understand these are people. This race of people. They didn't have. We were not over here to be equal to them. That's why a dog can have more rights than a black man can. I'm not gonna say a human. I'm gonna say a black man and a woman. Blacks, period. That like they can't see. They can see a dog freezing. Like that's wrong. See your ass out there in the street freezing. You know what they say? He should know better. Everybody have circumstances when sometime in life something might don't go right. See, we keep thinking everybody supposed to come out and get it. And some get it, some don't. It takes some longer to get it. But you know what I'm saying? We should always look at humans with the same we should look at all of us, but that's not the world we living in. Cause I done rolled past bums on the street plenty of time myself too. But Becky, it's a reason why people don't understand. They don't want you to know history, because if you know history, you won't repeat the same thing that's going on. See, that's why I said the point that we still going up here telling the Democrats lied us every 4 years for the presidency. And what is it? 6 years? I mean, how they do their voting thing? If you vote for us, we gonna do this. They get right in that position and forget about what they're supposed to do. Look at Gretchen Whitmer. She said she was gonna have water pods here, gonna keep that going. The water not clean, but yet the water pods are not here. I mean, somehow we can, if we can get some, as they say, get some common sense, just some simple common sense. Either you gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. Then you know where you stand at. We should be independent. That's how I feel about it. Oh yeah, what is man, Chris? Anytime they are black, just think about them athletes. When them athletes speak up, what they tell them, boy, shut up. It was some truth in what Donald Sterling said when he said, "I feed them, I clothe them." Even though we might hate it, it's truth in that. When a person can give you money, just think about it. Every time when they see blacks get money, they mess up with the first thing the white take their money from them. I mean, yeah, but you said they should, it's take their money. They want you to be beneath them. That's why they don't understand that. They look at it like Colin Kaepernick. I couldn't believe the things he went through. But our problem is we have to go to them to get the bag. Even if we use YouTube, we still going them to get the bag. We have to go to them, like you say they system. Get on the major news, Becky Brown, and see how much you really own. They give you stories that you can talk about. You can't just you go against their grain. They not gonna let you use their airwaves, and I understand that too. It's business. Why I'm gonna let you come here and dog and take me down? You put the truth, even though I might be, even though I'm wrong. Why I'm gonna let you, stop my thing if they can't see it? Because everybody not looking at it. They just, hey, look, I got my house, I got my car, feed my family. That's what it then came down to. Like I gotta get mine. I got to make sure my people right, meaning just who in my household. Oh, no, Becky, yeah, you right. We trying to. Oh yeah, but you know what, Chris? I'm gonna show you something else too. But this the other. Look how the Arabs come in and they dog us out. Everyone come to the inner city, come to the black ghetto to get money and leave. We can use this little thing right here and I'm gonna go out and beat you from Saginaw Street, no, it's that Clio Road to Saginaw Street. We're gonna use Coldwater Road. Go from there and tell me who own all the stores. And these are so-called Muslims feeding the people pork, selling liquor out of there. But but we get caught up and don't understand like blacks don't have a friend in America. That's our problem. Yeah, they was the first ones, but the way they put it down in America, they ain't seen it like this, Chris. Right. We do not have a friend in America, but yet we don't have a friend in America, but we be right over here dealing with them. Go to their stores, spend money over there. You know what, Becky? You know what? We can probably put that together. I could probably put that together with Dewan. That ain't no problem. You know, he be having meetings down at the building. I just ain't been at the building because, like I said, I caught COVID. But I know he definitely we do have meetings and stuff. We do have meetings. Maybe you should come down there, Becky. You can help out uh with the information we can put out there. We trying to find people that can, and no problem neither, Chris, helping us with information to go out here. Because one thing I hate to put the wrong things out there. Like I don't want to just go at saying like how it may look at like our platform. No problem. You already part of it now, Becky. I don't want to go at the mayor or say, but damn, I'm looking at it like this. When they was going that week, there wasn't no problem. But now, you know what I'm saying? When you get in these positions, when I ain't gonna say in problem when Weaver administration was in, they was going at it. I never seen nobody go so hard at Gilchrist. They thought Gilchrist was one of the worstest people in America. One of the worstest. But then my thing is that Gilchrist poisoned the city. Did Mayor Weaver poison the city? No, but Snyder poisoned the city. I was looking at the whites that was going at her like Weaver was the worst person in America. Oh, how they was on there. You know what, Chris? We gonna start doing that. We was supposed to do that, but I caught COVID, so it kind of stopped me from really starting to get them people in. We just trying to figure it out, Chris. We trying to, we just figuring some things out. It's gonna be other shows. I'm trying to create other shows with different people. We want to be like MSNBC. You know what I'm saying? But with different people have their own show where they can come on to, you know, to counteract what M Live doing. How they just want to put, you know, dog or black, but we're gonna try to we're gonna give them both sides. We're not gonna just give it one side. It might be one day they doing a story on us, on me. I might mess up. Anything can happen. But say if I went for political office, but I understand you got to have thick skin. See, we got to get off that narrative. Oh yeah, they go judicial injustice came in. Yeah, the citizens have become complacent because they getting lured to sleep. We get caught up in, look, it would have been 7 years since the water ain't been fixed. Now, not one time have I seen over 1,000 people downtown like I seen the white folks was about them kids wearing that mask. They kids don't need to wear masks. Not one time. I mean, like how they came down there to do it, just like you seeing them step up on them on them Lansing steps, went to their capital. See, and, and what we gotta understand, and it's just true. White people, now if the blacks was being locked down, it was no problem. They didn't want to be locked down. They was not gonna do it. You're not gonna lock them down like how you might lock somebody else down. And I understand it. But we was conditioned to be like, well, we might as well, even though we was doing it for the best because COVID was real. You see, they didn't want to be stopped. They didn't want to wear no mask. They went down to that Capitol, and that Capitol, what happened in Lansing was just to preclude what happened down in D.C. You're not gonna tell them, oh, 9 years, Mike. Okay, 9 years, but how much money had came in? Everybody else got the money, but the water system didn't get fixed. Oh yeah, the mask and the vax. Oh yeah, it's very politically. I mean, I don't knock nobody. You know, if you want to take the shot, you take it. I didn't take it, but I also know too, a lot of the. I'm not saying just from looking around. Like I said before, when I was watching the Roland Martin show, when he had the one doctor on there, when he linked obesity to COVID, but it's easier to say I'm gonna give. You know what? I'm gonna give you a shot to clear this. I'm gonna give you a shot. How you gonna vax yourself out of a situation? It's harder for our people to be getting told, look, if you eat right, you need to go walk a mile. I know that's harder, yeah, well, they know, but hey, listen, and it's not no shot at Judy Priestley. But before they put them glass up, when they was coughing up in there, Becky, yeah, it's linked to a lot. But I think that's our problem though, why you seeing so many deaths coming from that. I mean, some would say, but I'm not. I'm with the other one, Becky. Yeah, it is linked to all, but it's damn sure linked to this, like the doctor said, with this COVID, when you seeing people that's catching it and how they rate go down. But that's our problem though, Chris. It's our eating habit. Junk food. I'm even one. I love junk food, but eating steak, eating fried hamburger. I mean, eating hamburgers, eating fried food. We really were not meat eaters. But the diet that they gave us when we got here, which were scraps, that's why it's shortened our life. But everybody body is different. Some people bodies don't break down at the same time. You got people dying at, you know what I'm saying? Well, you got some people living a little longer now, but our eating habit is what we eat is what shorten our life. So when these diseases do come, our body can't fight it off. You know, just me. I watched the Tuskegee experiment. I don't trust government when it comes down to that, because I'm just looking at it as homeless people here. You'd rather give away a shot for free, but you wouldn't. You didn't come with no cure for cancer. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Bad eat food is like not getting vaccinated. It's health sign. No, it is, Becky. That's why you know. Oh no, they didn't probably polluted the soil, Becky. You know what? I'm gonna bring on one of RZA Islam's when he was talking about that. they was talking about Monsanto and like how far as the seeds, because I was watching one of his shows when they said they got a seed bank where they got all the seeds said in case of a natural catastrophe that we probably wouldn't be able to have these foods no more. So they took these fruits and vegetables, so they got these seeds locked up. But what if something over there knocked that down? You know, I don't get they thinking. I just look at it like, oh well, you know. But us not owning no farmland, well, maybe not enough farmland, it's gonna come a time when we're gonna have to fend for ourselves. But we not in the condition where right now, if everything, if the world stopped, how would we be probably the first race to go down? Oh yeah, no doubt, Chris. He did do that. I wish I had this book, man. I bought this book back in what was it '03 called Medical Monopoly. I think I paid 140. It was at one of the. I think I was it at a Savior's Day in Chicago. I want to say it was '04. Yeah, but Becky, that you know what? The sun is very important. They are blocking it. No, yeah, China just shot that. just did something wrong. But this my thing, and this go back to the people who are religious, our religious people. If they truly believe in God, do you think God gonna let them destroy His planet? He might let them think they really. He might be letting them tap until they think they got all the power in the world. Yeah, he might be tapping in, I remember something I was reading. I don't know if it was Minister Farrakhan, something I was watching, but it was breaking down the story of Moses and Pharaoh, and when he was saying God, he set Pharaoh up to show that let him think he was the all. Excuse me, the all. He had no opponent. He was the strongest. Just think about it as the time Moses was there. Like first it was I can't think who was before Moses because Moses carried his body up. Joseph. Remember in the beginning they didn't when Pharaoh he made they hardened because he wanted his people to leave. I think God just letting America just set herself, let them set themselves up. Then when he can come on and swoop down and show you who he really is. That's just my opinion. If you feed beef, you can eat it. If you eat natural gas fed beef, you can eat it. And goats, except you just can't eat every day because majority of blacks are omnivores. Oh yeah, no, Becky, you right. The Christian religion, yeah, it is because listen, I get lost when they go with Adam and Eve. When we start with the Bible with Adam and Eve, that's where they really lost me at. Because when they said God said, "Let us create man and women our image," and then on the planet where these supposed to be the two people, Adam and Eve, had Cain and Abel. When Cain slew Abel, he went to the forbidden land of Nod. They just said it was the only people was Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel. You know, and then but if it was the forbidden land of Nod, he took a wife. Now, don't get me wrong. I had Jehovah Witness try to tell me Adam and Eve they had a daughter. Like they could not explain that. Even the Christian pastor could not explain it. But I'm not gonna lie. The Jehovah Witness told me, "I'm gonna crack your head because you don't believe me." I was like, "All right, that's enough of talking to you." And I went in. They like if you just said life started with Adam and Eve. If Cain slew Abel and he left and went to the forbidden land of Nod and took on a wife, that's not adding up. Because I believe if he went and took on a wife, she had to have a mother and father. I'm just saying that's what we had these problems what I have with these Christian pastors every time. I do not understand them when they go to reading that Bible verbatim of what they saying and not understanding that some of that might be might be talking a future. I mean, Becky Brown, yeah, I know that. I mean, from the things yeah, making bricks without straw was hell for them. But this my thing though. They want us to believe that the technology. Listen, they built them pyramids, and these people right here can't figure out how they poured the side rail. Fires the why can we not explain the helpfulness of vax here? Oh, we can, but I said something. I just said I'm not with it. Brother Robert's been vaxxed. He got the booster and everything. He for it. I just ain't want, I'm not gonna touch too much on it because I don't want them to knock our channel down. I mean, Becky, I had so many questions with him and everything. Far as this, this thing about see me, and I might be, I don't believe that the people that they was talking back then, like America, when America came in existence, you got your planes flying, like the Wright brothers were plane flying, all this stuff. These was the wonders. I can't really get my mind won't just let me wrap it around that the whites everything they did. Like this is the epitome where we at now. This is the coup de grace of their civilization. When they have borrowed from everybody, even from Rome, they have borrowed their Senate, how they set things up. I just, my mind won't let me wrap around that because it's things, what they call it the ninth wonders of the world that they can't build. Not like I say with the pyramids, they still digging up that. But yeah, the point that yeah, this booster might have came out about. But I understand that, but why don't talk about how to build a healthy immune system up without putting foreign things in it though, Bada? You're right. They have stole that. My bad. Let me rephrase. They have stole things. But I'm just saying, how come they don't know how to build on pyramids now? Fire, how they did it. How come they can't? Do they think that in the first hospital was in Africa? But they won't tell you that. They want us to believe that now is the epitome of civilization. And it's because they got it. I just don't believe it. I believe everything that they learned, some of the science that they learned. Like they said, they got their mathematics from the pyramids on how to fly. So evidently it must have, well, like you said, ain't nothing new up under the sun. I just feel like they have tricked us as a people to make us think that they are the epitome. They time and place is the greatest that's been on this planet. And I don't believe it. Nah, but I'm 100. I believe you all the way. I'm actually with that. I just feel like with me, I want to try to do the healthy way and go about it. Since it did hit me, I'm not saying I'm in the best shape. I'm not in the worst neither. I'm just gonna try to go with that way about it. I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time, but I just don't believe in taking that vax. That's just me. But I wouldn't tell nobody else to do it. Like I say, Brother Robert's a strong believer in it. I do believe if that's gonna help suit your mind and it brought some closure to you, hey, go for it. Some people said it helped them. It's two sides of that coin with the vax. You had some it did help and some it did hurt. Everybody's body is different. Some people bodies might break down quicker, some might don't from different things. Cause you know what I'm saying? You had like some people like me, I have to watch what I eat. Let me read what Judicial Injustice just said. Deception is running rampant all over the world. If you know the word says people wouldn't be steadfast living the illusion that the mask can defeat death, being deceived and not being able to discern that this is evil and not of God. Diseases have been here 62 years that I know of, if it's a reality. then why is it that you're not allowed to express your opinion about the fix or jab without being banned? Okay, no, I'm with you with that because my thing is this: I try to follow the money. Look at all the companies that put these vaccinations out here. Oh, well, that's dope right there. It's a, okay, circular conversational vax. I'm telling you to get vax mass as a black elder who personally care about you and all our people. No, I believe that. I mean, I believe wholeheartedly, Bada. You might be thinking that's the best way to go about it. But I personally, I done seen people personally who got that vax and didn't make it. Like it goes back to how your body is. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Maybe your body can handle it. Like you can have people who can eat pork, bacon, and all of this, and their body don't have high. My grandmother lived she 100, and she ate pork, and I like I said, come Memorial Day this year, be 22 years I haven't touched it. And so some people who don't, but then you got some who have high blood pressure. But I believe a lot of our ailments come from. It's just my opinion from the foods that we eat. High blood pressure. Like some people want to say that's hereditary. It might be because we study eating the same foods that our parents put us on. That we grew up with because we was learning how to eat the scraps, cooking with what was the canned grease back in the lard. We know these, and then you have some people who be in good health. Like I say, it all depends when you get called to go. Yeah, our foods might, because some people who have woke up and when foods we do not eat. Yeah, I mean, like we have to really our soul food, but this is the way we survived. Yeah, but when you came over here, you got to go back to the Bible. For the people who read, when they tell you you're gonna be with the promise, when he said when God talking to Abraham, he said, "No, for a surety, I'm gonna send you. You gonna let me cut that because I ain't got it all together." But I used to know that by heart. But look at the different foods that we eat. We eat a lot of meat. We eat a lot of food with sugar in it, high in fructose. I mean, we eat so many things that's not right for the body. You got some people body break down when they be 30 years old on high blood pressure medicine. 30 years old, their body already done broke down because of the diet that we have. How about fasting? I mean, I should be doing it. You know what I'm saying? These things that I'm gonna tell you, I'm talking about. I'm gonna start taking more into practices. No, we ain't so smarter but we are smarter now, right? We still not eat healthy and good. No, what the problem is, we eat more restaurant food. Yeah, they is tired of struggling. No, we eating restaurant food back in the day. You remember when you went to if your parents, I mean, when your parents would take you, you got McDonald's as a treat. You didn't come in your home and you had know what it was? It was just our bad eating habits. But I remember more parents cooked food back in the day. You didn't go run to every restaurant. That was maybe like a weekend thing. People remember them hamburgers they parents made. Like, nah, I don't even care for them restaurant food. I like more home cooked food. The things that I used to be knocking against, like I like salmon patties and rice. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things. I'd rather eat a home cooked meal than going out to a restaurant. We just got caught up. Right. I can. That's what I'm saying, Becky Brown. That's what. And then look now. Just think about this: the mass production on this food that you get. When you rather cook your own food, right? It used to be real beef. It ain't real beef no more. But they're giving you some. I don't know what they're giving you. I remember they did. All you gotta do is go watch that. What was that documentary? No, I mean we. You know what? Bada, we might see it, but then you can also see you got people who do holistically. You can't just say just that's gonna help you, because if that's the case, Becky, you wouldn't have to wear your mask like they told you. When they told people you get the candy shot, you ain't gonna have to wear your mask. Fauci had to come back. No, you need to wear your mask, and you still. What was the purpose of getting vaxxed if you still got to wear your mask? I get it. No, I mean, with something what you know what you may be right in just. So I'm just telling you what I seen from what a doctor had broke down, and he was like people that was far as if you caught COVID, you had high blood pressure, you got asthma. If your asthma was bad, that's a good thing, Bada. Yeah, they put real fear down, but how can you? But if I'm telling you to take this vaccination. I remember me and my cousin, we had these, me and him be going back and forth with our conversations because I tell him, and I got a tour rotator cuff. He said, well, you took a shot, you don't know what's in that. I said, yeah, but I ain't putting no nanobites in my body. I will be watching audits at 6 o'clock about it. But I'm saying I don't want just because it was scientists on both sides. Give me both sides and let me decide. Don't just give me everybody that's for the vax. Give me the ones who telling you how the vax is bad. Because I seen where they had people have brought their kids. Now, no, I know it's not no Becky. I'm just saying. But I done seen people bring their kids up there who took that shot, took the candy shot, and it's messed up. Had enlarged hearts and everything. I mean, no, we don't know what's most of what we consider to eat. But that's why if we had our own land, maybe if we was buying from our own people who had farmland, like the nation got it, where we was getting our bread, maybe our meats, our eggs from down there. What's wrong? I mean, I remember people used to have markets where you can go do that. They they were obesity for decades. Babe Ruth was obese. How long did he live? I have no idea, but I know he ain't. You know what? Let me check out his health. But you got to remember this, Chris. Back then, living at 40 and 50, they thought you was old. Just think about that. You got people outliving it, but America as a whole didn't have no what they said, like 62 to 63% obesity rate. America didn't have that back in them days. It's just now that you see with the obesity rate, you see it more in children. That's not a good thing. That's because of the different things that we eating with how they done figured out how to kill us through the food. Yeah, you might have had, but you didn't have it running rampant like you got it running rampant now, Chris. And can you find that out for me? Or I can be semi right, but if not, I'll have that for y'all Monday when we come back on tomorrow. As far as the obesity, but he was just saying what obesity lead to: sugar, diabetes, high blood pressure. Yes, they do, Chris. But how many of us want to eat right? It's easy for us to do wrong than to do right. Just like I'm telling you, can tell a person, well, if you quit eating this, you won't have to take this medicine. But they look at it like, no, I'm gonna still eat this. I'll just take this medicine. It's easier to do wrong than it is to do right. And that's what our problem is. If we really had really if but I think it should be state, I think it should be country requirement, man. You should be out there walking. People should walk at least 2 miles a day. It depends on how you want to do it, but hey, if you happy with being, I'm not gonna knock nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's to each their own. But if I know, if it's another alternative than me putting something in my body, I can go the holistic way about it. I'm gonna try to go the holistic way about it. And why is that, Chris? A lot of people in the '60s and before now, we got dialysis machine. We got dialysis center popping up and they're everywhere in Flint. Cancers, sugar. Just think about it. All we didn't have that then, and we eat way worse now. Well, they was eating bad then, but on top of the stuff that they eat now, come on. But don't nobody see that. They don't understand that. That you know what I'm saying. A lot of people when back in them days, they don't understand the things that we put in our system that breaks the body down. You tell a person to fast, they'll look at you like you crazy. Well, Bada, this gonna be with us though. To be honest with you, I don't see it. To be honest with you, I don't see this right here. Remember, they had a plan. They said over 1 million people was going. So many people was supposed to die. They thought it was going to hit like the what was it? The bird flu back in the 1917. Enough people they ain't dropped dead like they needed. And I don't know if y'all watched this, but I was listening to I forgot what podcast I was listening to when the guy, I think it was Corey Holcomb, the 5150 show. It was the Zoe Woods show. That's what I was watching. When he said it was, but I think they've been trying to take it off YouTube. When Bill Gates, somebody had took a clip. I don't know where he was at when he was saying, I think the planet was 7 billion, and they needed to knock a third of the planet off. Like this is what the 1% up there talking about, how they need to kill off over a third of the planet. And you can call me conspiracy theorist, and I got it. It was on the Zoe Wood show. He had Riz Islam on there. When they was talking about it, I think he said you can go pull it up. Memorandum 200 is because what Harry Kissinger. Okay, I'm done to the food chain. Right. That now, I'm skeptical when they telling you we need to kill off a third of the planet. And I'm finna sit up here and they wanted every American vaccinated. We can, and this is my thing, and this is to the Bible people too. Just say this is a plague from God. So you honestly think you're gonna be able to get a vaccination that's gonna help you if this plague from God? That's why it keep mutating. It keep mutating because with whatever shot you didn't took, your body trying to fight it off. Your body trying to fight it off. And that it might do help. I'm just saying, because not to go back on it. I'm just saying, I don't think you're gonna be able to vax your way up out of it. Because what are y'all up to now? Y'all fourth booster? This the fourth booster shot. So we know we're gonna be in flu season every year from December to at least February or March. So y'all gonna have to take another booster. Like I had somebody tell, I take the flu shot. I never took the flu shot. I never took the flu shot. I seen people who took it, got sick as a dog, so I'll never take it again. I'm not finna let you infect nothing into my system that is foreign. I think God built our body, except for bullet shots and all that other stuff, that some things the body can fight off. Well, then they say the Omicron is a weak version of it, brother. Chris, they said it's like a cold. I think that's what I had caught. Yeah, I think that's the one I had. How it came through and hit the body. Like I'm telling you, I got a torn rotator cuff there. I still can't sleep on the left side of my shit. Just painful. But I'm just saying, but I don't know. Maybe it just didn't affect me like that. Vaccines were created before by the Africans. I know they've been doing a lot of hitting them a lot of people. I know Bill Gates have been trying them vaccinations over there on them Africans. Becky Brown has messed a lot of them Africans up over there. Yeah, yes, we do believe because the air has been polluted, but it's still other ways. I'm just trying to figure out like I get it, but then we got off about far as kids catching autism with through them vaccinations. Look at all the vaccination shots you got to take now compared to when we was kid or when I was a kid, and probably compared to people that's older than me was kids. You know, we don't know what they shooting in us. It might be time capsule. You don't know. We going along with the get along. I just believe you can go the holistic way about, and yes, I do keep my mask on. But that's what I'm saying. You still got used to, like I said, Becky, I just don't see it going away no time soon. Like I said, even with them giving these shots out and people still catching it. That's what I don't understand. I hear people making excuses. Well, well, you ain't gonna catch it as hard. I even seen what a doctor said. Well, you ain't gonna die as bad. If you die, you die. What is you don't die as bad from dying? I don't see no such thing. When you die, you die. You know, if you die, you die. Ain't no, I don't see the difference if you because they said you catch it, you suffocate, you go out. But what if you got the vaccination and you still died from it? I mean, because it's still some have died, some haven't. It still goes back to your body makeup and my belief body. It still go if your body's strong, if your body not. You know what I'm saying? If you, you know, maybe my family just one of the lucky ones because we not vaccinated. That you know, it hit us and it did its course, and we all right. But I'm gonna take my chances with trying to build up my immune system. If that means like I take my elderberry, my sea moss, my zinc, my vitamin D, my black seed, my dandelion root. Right, right, and Chris, and they is. Yeah, yeah, okay, but I see that about a suffering versus quick pain free death. Yeah, if that's how you want to call it. I just feel like what about the people who you know, you I just wanna, you know what, Bada, that's what I'm gonna do. I wanna bring a holistic person on and I wanna bring a doctor that's against it. So you can get both sides, because all we've been getting, you know what, Bada, what's in my herbs and vitamin, I had to go get the bottle and read it for you. Cause I know in my sea moss it's Bataract, uh, mm, you know what? Oh yeah, judicial justices. I'm with you with that. Let me read this for the people if you see it. Did citizens of Flint are still dying from being poisoned. Legionnaire's disease is killing people, causing cancer and different ailments. But due to this distraction of this so-called pandemic, people are distracted by the fear of dying. These are going to continue to be muted. I mean, going to continue to mutate after mutate. There will probably be another mutate in the spring of the year. Oh, you do, Chris? Maybe we can set that together, brother, and get that on, and I shoot her a link and she can come on. Maybe we need to do that. If you can put that together for the end of January or the beginning of the first, either the last Thursday in January or the first Thursday in January. I would love, I mean February. I would love to bring them on so we can give people both sides and then let them decide. Because all we getting is you got to get vax, you got to get vax. We are so easy. Oh, he on Facebook. I'm gonna have to reach out to him then. Probably I said if Shatara don't mind reaching out to them because we need them type of people on here to, you know, I want to get different different points, because all we get is you got to get vaxxed, you got to get vaxxed. Then you'll see people who got vaxxed and die. Then you'll hear some people, like they just look past that part. And that's what I don't get. Like, y'all acting like people who had got vaccinated have not been injured from it. I mean, you probably have more that it didn't, but you had a lot that it did. And to me, if one or two people, that's too many people who have died. Oh, I'm definitely, but right now, Becky, we've been getting is the people for. All we've been getting is the people forward. So all we've been getting is one side. I feel like it's been so many of the people that's forward. Let us get the people that has it, that's not forward. Let's bring them on because they have not been highlighted. All they get told is that's crazy. You're not vaccinated. See, right now we got people, vaccinated people, who want to blame the unvaccinated people. You know, and it's been proven that the unvaccinated ain't spreading as quick as the of people that have vaccinated. Yeah, you take too many of them aspirin, you can die, Becky. I mean, bottle. My bad. Sorry about that, Becky Brown. Yeah, you can die from taking too much of anything. I'm just saying, since people been vaccinated, it seems like y'all gonna have to keep getting vaccinated. We're getting a booster every it seems like twice a year y'all gonna be getting vaccinated. And to me, it's like they don't even have the truth on it. If you get vaxxed, you don't have to wear the mask. Now you got to wear the mask. Oh, you need a booster because this wear off in 30 days. What? It's just they got too many. Then I'm looking at all these like the Pfizer, Moderna. They like in Judicial Injustice said this pandemic. They made money. To me, it was a money grab off the people. I just can't see a government. It's just hard for me to believe something they created, and then they gonna give you the antidote for it. But then they want to tell, oh, it came somebody ate bat soup. Look at all the different lies that came from it. They said no vax get sick and go to the hospital and we'll take whatever, no questions asked. I bet you they will do it. I'm not gonna lie to you and say they not gonna do it. When it didn't went that far, yeah, they gonna go. I was one of them, but I didn't go ask for no shot. When I had to go, to add a temperature 101. I was like, hey, do y'all give antibiotics or something for this? But to be honest, when it first hit Becky, I keep saying Becky, right? Becky, I keep bringing her Becky Botter. I've been calling myself preparing for this when it happened. When it first happened, I quit eating sweets, junk food, because I'm a junk food killer. I wouldn't drink. I quit drinking pop. See, my mind went to WIC going in because I'm like, oh no, I'm not finna just get no shot. Taking vitamins. I think the reason I caught it this time, I got a little lackadaisical because my mother had passed, to be honest. I had quit taking my vitamins. I had quit doing things. I'm telling you about how I was. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what I asked for, some antibiotics. That's what I thought you take for, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking until my results came. I'm just thinking, oh, maybe I caught the flu. Then I went to call on my doctor. You know what my doctor told me because I wasn't vaxxed? Good luck. You can't come into the office. I'll call you back in 5 days. And I'm like, wow. Thanks, Chris. But that was, that was back in September 26th. But I'm just saying, off that time, I had quit taking my vitamins. I had quit doing the things that I was doing. I'm being honest with you. But do you know how I felt when I called my doctor and she told me, well, listen, you're not vaccinated. You can't come in the office. I'm right now finna change doctors because I've been still heated about that. I'm like, you couldn't. I'm like, what? You don't think how my mind went to going? I'm like, damn, maybe I should have took the shot. Maybe all type of things was running through my mind, especially when I had that temperature of 101. I'm talking about I couldn't get out off the bed. I honestly, slept for 18 hours probably for 4 straight days, couldn't get up. I'm being honest with you, couldn't weak. Was like, damn, this how I'm finna go. And I just lost a couple friends that went there. You know, went to the hospital when they checked in. Hey, look, they out of here. They didn't never leave. So don't get it twisted. Like I wasn't one who wasn't like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the doctor told me, good luck. I was still trying to wrap that like, am I gone? Am I out of here? But maybe the things I did prior when it hit the first time, I called myself, I was up on my vitamins. I was on my walk doing that, walking every morning, walking 3 miles every morning. No, it's just when you lose your parent, body. It was just I don't know. I got into I had people calling on me. Don't think Shatara wasn't calling, Dewan wasn't calling, Brother Roberts was giving. I had family members, the Fli-City Blackout family. No, I had people there, but me, I'm such me. I like to keep mine. I didn't, you know what I'm saying. I'm telling you, it was. Me, I try to keep to myself, not let them know I was going through things. I'm pretty good at, fake it till you make it type. And knowing I was deep down was just like so many different things going through your mind. And to be honest with you, my mother the one told me don't take it. And she took it and caught it. And, I'm just being honest with you. This ain't I'm just telling you, I honestly know people who it didn't work out for the best. You had some, it did, you know what I'm saying? Some it didn't work out for the best. So, me, I'm going to go with try to exercise, eat right. I ain't saying, you right on that. But listen, I did. I would be talking to him like Dewan called me every day. Him and Shatara, they was calling, checking on me every day. I'm not gonna even lie to you to say it did. And for me to just met the brother last February, you know what I'm saying? So like they was there. Even Rich was calling. Even when I seen Sister Muhammad, even Linda Muhammad was calling. Cause my mother, she was. I think she had sent her letter in to join the nation. I'm not for sure. I don't want to get it wrong, but I know she was a heavy listener to Minister Farrakhan, Khalil. I remember being young, coming home when Khalil Muhammad was at the what was it, at the Black Museum when he gave his speech. Oh yeah, yes they are. When he gave his speech, I remember coming in the house watching that. You know, like it's just certain things. I'm gonna try to go the holistic way, but believe me, Becky, I'll be the first one to tell you. And then they might. I was the first one when I called, like, what is going on? I was calling, trying to see. You know what I'm saying? Call the doctor, thought they was gonna help. So that's what made me think, like, for the ones who unvaccinated, oh, you gonna catch problems if your doctor don't really, if he not for you. You know. I seen what my girl called for the doctor. He sent her her doctor sent her some antibiotics in. That's why I was calling mine to see could I get some. Like maybe this will help. And told her what to take. My I had to call. I called what doctor told me. Oh no, I ended up calling my back, my doctor back. I didn't get to talk to her the second time. I talked to somebody that was in the what was it, at the office. And she the one told me, no, I had one, yeah, she the one told me, she said, go get some Robitussin. Told me the lady, so I will give her a prop at the desk. She was like, answer the phone. She told me, she said, try the Robitussin and, the cough syrup, the different things, and drink lemon, get tea, and don't sleep on your back. You know what I'm saying? Get up, move around. You should have saw how I was trying to move around on that 5th day, knowing I was sick. I was, if it just the walk from my bed to the bathroom or something, though, try to, go down, walk down to the kitchen or something just to come back up. When Like I'm just now getting my taste back. I couldn't taste nothing. Taste buds was gone. I couldn't. When I tell you this, like the kids that hit the kids, they was straight after 3 days. Man, they mama was still in there like, what the hell? You should have seen me. I'm like, please, Lord, don't let this I go out this way. You know what I'm saying? But that was going through my mind, and I think I talked to my sister, or somebody like, look, don't be over there paranoid. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. No, they would not. We all quarantined. We had sent we had sent my daughter to her sister's house and she caught it from her job. So that's how my daughter got it. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you far as now with the school system, my kids been out for how Carmen was. Oh my goodness. When I tell you Carmen was cold blooded, Carmen was exposing the kids. I'm gonna have to check it out, Chris. Carmen was exposing kids. They was giving kids 10 days, but that ain't what we caught it from, Becky, to be honest with you. We didn't catch it from that. We got it from I think my girlfriend brought it home, and that's how we caught it. You know. Okay, let me read what you Justin Justice just said. It said that's the plot of the enemy. Everything that you're speaking on should tell you something, people need to use critical thinking and do their research. How many times have you witnessed extensive lines of people trying to get in the hospital as opposed to the line to get the job? I'll wait. We all have seasonal colds, flu, allergies, bronchitis, lung disease, asthma, and so on. Oh, you know what, Becky? Yeah, that's cold blooded. You know, but like our minds go because we stay in the township. You know, we stayed in Flint. We've been out of Flint for what 2 years now. We just came to the township. I'm not gonna get on here and lie to you. I would never do that. So my kids go to go to Carmen. You know what I'm saying? But they was going there when we were staying in Flint. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, I'm not saying no, but I'm saying people do need to look at that. You know, but you to me, like Becky Brown, I'm gonna be honest. I can tell you some good things. Like I got people that's for the kids. I'm not gonna say my family, but they work in education. They don't believe in where the school should be closed down for kids. And I mean they staunch believers with it. They believe, oh yeah, oh, okay, Bada, I get it. I get it. But I got some people that's that's a staunch believer, like cause saying our kids are falling behind with them missing school. But me personally, I feel that the kids could, homeschooling would be better. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer in that they could, but a lot of parents, huh? What's not true, Becky Brown? Oh, no, you may be right on that. I know what you're saying, but that's how he feel. I didn't agree with it. That's just how he felt. I was like close it down for the fact because how COVID, I seen how my kids had got, you know what I'm saying, was exposed to it, but they didn't catch it from that. They didn't catch it from that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they didn't show no symptoms, we didn't catch it from that. We caught it from being out, like I said, and bother. Yeah, no, but we have to become so dependent on the school that does not educate. Hey, listen, bother. For me to be a non-resident, I've been saying some of them schools why some of the people ain't got some of them buildings in the communities to open them up where we can educate our own. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. My kid's grandmother, You know, she worked in education, so our kids didn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because they was always she always had them reading books and everything. So had them doing homework. Then we also paid. We also pay. I can't. I have to ask my girl when she get out. I'll let y'all know. We sent our kids to tutor. Like I say right now. No, we don't. If we the internet. If we had classes, virtual classes, right? How they doing? We can have it. Do you believe the entire world stayed home for 30 could heal us? It probably heal the environment better. I honestly believe that if we had, I mean, my thing is this, Bada. We got these buildings in this area. Why not get them and open them up to educate our own? Why not? We got people that we got good educators in blacks. I mean, no, if you want to end the spread, you do probably have to shut it down. I would probably close the school, did virtual learning from like January to maybe March, then open them back up because that's the spread, because that's headed in the flu season. As the weather pick up, we could probably, you know what I'm saying, we could let them go back into the building. But right now, it is what it is because they don't know. They just education. Okay, Becky Brown's education needs to look different. No, it do. We need to have real Black history, just like how was it you yesterday, Bada or Becky, who was saying that U of M is stopping African American studies. If we had our own open building courses, yes, it is. Well, maybe if we got with some of our philanthropists, that we can find someone that would invest in that. Maybe we get some people together. We got enough athletes that came through the city of Flint that they probably can do like with LeBron James. I ain't saying them on their own, but maybe you get people with real money in Flint. Oh well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, but maybe that's what they putting that out there to over the hide that they couldn't African American studies. But we have to understand that this is their school. This is theirs. When they got theirs, they run it the way they want to run it. Yeah, but I'm just saying, we have to, but then we got to quit looking at it all the time too. Like, well, I understand open the building cost is expensive, but we got all these people how big of a building do you need? We might don't need one like the size of Northwestern. I remember back in the days when they had little house of schools. Did when the Black Panther started their food program, and they after school program, I don't think they was worrying about getting buildings back then. They used what they had. Maybe somebody who have a big enough house don't mind if our people can get, but we also got to understand them kids got to listen too. And I'm not gonna just blame it on the kids. I'm gonna blame it on the parents because I knew when I went out, and I was considered a bad kid coming up. But my old miss, I knew when I send you over here, you cut up, I'm coming to get you. See, I ain't saying you just supposed to. Yeah, public schools was built for white kids, but then that's why we need to build for our own. Then I'm pretty sure Black Wall Street and I can't think of the other town in Chicago that was with the blacks. They had their school. I just feel like we come up with too many excuses why we don't have build. We got all these buildings. People got buildings, and they're not being used right. Maybe we can see if we can get maybe the Mott's probably help fund one of these black organizations. You're right. You can learn under a tree, Chris. No, we have to. No, we have to. No, you have to get to understand. Kids gonna be kids. Like I said, I was a bad kid, but my mother. I ain't saying that you don't. I understand the whipping from just beating a kid, But sometimes you have to tighten them up every blue moon and let them. I don't whoop my kids. I probably whoop mine with mine. They teenagers now, but I can count on one hand when I had to burn them. So I ain't saying you're supposed to, but your kids do supposed to have when you give them a look. And my mother, I say my old missus would putting, excuse my French, foot to ass. Now my old man, he would just talk to you. He believe in talking to you like, look, man, this is what you did. Everybody you ain't got to whoop. You know, my mother would, I can, you know, I'm 46, no, 45. When I came up in that area, you got your behind whooped. They didn't kill you, but you went to sleep after you got a good whipping. Didn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? I understand the difference between when a kid just, you know, you just beating a kid now, because it was actually some parents was going too far. Okay, yeah, the rich white kids have private school and the poor white kids have public. I can agree with that. By the start next week, I'm gonna set that up with you. I'm because we friends on Facebook. All I gotta do is send you a link. We're gonna start doing on these hot topics. I'm gonna get with you on that. Because I would love y'all help to come down and help us. You see, I'll be pulling everybody in. I'm rich, the only one be consistent with me. You know, DeWine, we do the Thursday thing. But like I say, this when I called COVID, just being on the safe side, I didn't want to hand it off to nobody down there. You know. And we all didn't. I don't know, Becky Brown, she said she helping. Oh, Judas and Justice, we need you too because you have, I mean, hey, you got a lot of history. Okay, Flint is my home. I went to Dewey, Emerson, Intermediate, Bryan, and graduated from Northwestern. Like I said, Flint is my home. I serve God who won't let me buy into government plot. Eventually, you worship man and not God. You do not. You do not know what the word says. And more important, in my opinion, your relationship with any is not manifesting in Christ, not to offend, just trying to like you. Nah, Judas, I mean, if you speaking to me, no, I'm going to tell you, I fall more with the NOI. You know, that's why I've been studying. We're reading up on. You know what I'm saying? I got I had a message to a black man. Our Savior has arrived, fall of America. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even when I went to school. I went to fairs for a year. I read what was it? Frederick Douglass, Aunt Hester. You know, I just don't subscribe to maybe I do believe in the Bible. I just don't believe in it the way most Christians believe in it. You know, we all can say, and this is a Christian country, a Christian country. You know, soon as you ride in the Flint, you're gonna see that white Jesus sign right there. You know, I done seen so many of our people go to the church. Oh, my bad, judicial. I'm sorry about that. No, he wasn't replying to me yet. But oh yeah, Chris, I understand that. Yeah, Christ, but look how they gave it to us. I ain't gonna lie, my grandmother, when you went in her house, she stayed in Beecher, she stayed on Princeton. When we went to my grandmother had, I'm gonna just tell you how I came up. Black Jesus, and we had John the Pope right there. That's what we had hanging up in the wall. And my granny was an Eastern Star. It's just, it's just with me. I tended, like I say, I had an older cousin. Brother Dre had the what was that? The Final Call bookstore right there on Saginaw Street. That was my introduction in 2000. Like I said, my mother always was watching. Like I said, my uncle, we were here. I remember being 8, 9 years old at this time. This one cassette tapes, and my my uncle friend name was Bud Forte. He used to always come in there. He used to always play Malcolm. We would be listening to Malcolm X coming up. And then, like I say, I started. My cousin was cool with Brother Dre that had the Final Call bookstore right there on Saginaw Street. And I used to always go up in there. Like, we'll go down, just start hanging around and start reading. And that was back, I want to say, in 99. No, Chris, I mean, they know this is racism here. I know people. That's why I be like, that's why I put it in one title, The Miseducation of Flint, Michigan. because some people tend to forget that Flint is a racist city. I watched Layla Harvey McGee break it down. You know what I'm saying? When she said the schools they can go to and they had the St. John's area. Then it just, like I said, it just that opened my mind up when I was listening to the stories what my uncle told me coming up. You know what I'm saying? I remember him checking Dan Whaley when he was the mayor, and he was Dan Whaley was working, was it for U of M or was it Mott? He had a class and he was like, no, you supposed to be working down there. You on the city dime. So, you know, like when he was, I remember he would be schooling them. Some of the, I remember he damn sure was schooling Neely one time about, you know what I'm saying, doing for blacks. And this ain't so I don't want no people thinking like, well, I'm just taking a knock. I done watched my uncle go back and forth with Eric. He didn't care about nothing. Like when he was talking, I'm gonna bring him on for y'all can see you understand. Like when he go into it, he gonna go into deep. He gonna go back to the racism when he said when they got like how they took back to the brick. That was the black thing. Blacks was riding their cars that they took for blacks. Said it was, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't. We were segregated basically. Like he said, we created things for us that they didn't took, and now it's for. Oh, it was for it. You must go farther back to understand education. No, yes, you do. That's why I mean I liked it that what Layla Harvey McGee did. But Becky, you don't even have to go that far to even look. You would get killed for teaching a black person to read. That's enough. How far would I need to go back to understand like this? For you to educate. FYI, this wider me the issue the second time. I believe he's just a company man. I just feel like, I might offend some people. What I'm finna say with this, I feel like he just like Floyd McCree. He just in there. He getting told what to do. That's just my opinion. Me and Brother Roberts go back and forth with that when he said, "What was it? Floyd McCree was the mayor of Flint." Right. I mean, like, listen. Right now. This is like I feel like because my family, this is their city. That's why they just feel like what they want did, they gonna get did. Like I say, a lot of people gonna feel how they feel. I'm gonna feel how I'm gonna feel. I'm not knocking them. That's why I say I'm gonna sit back and want to see how this new superintendent gonna do, what he gonna put down. Because I hear a lot of people say he good, he a good person. Then I also had I haven't brought them on because I didn't want to feel like, but it have been spoke on it. Some people say he a company man. He probably not gonna go as crazy as probably I ain't gonna say crazy, go powers driven like Nita Stewart did the last superintendent and maybe and don't get to finish his term, but I don't know. Maybe he come in and do the right thing. Maybe he can sit back and say, okay, this what she did wrong. I'm not gonna come do it that way. And I don't know who said was that Bada or Becky Brown. One of y'all said this new council board not playing. He should see how they did the last one, so he should know this one not playing. So I can understand they probably gonna hold him to the fire, make him do. But I want to see what he gonna do because the way the Flint school system is, the situation they is, we got to give him time. Nita was gave a year. They were singing her praise the first year. Then all of a sudden it just went left. What device will okay, Becky Brown, what device if he did not return his device? Well, this up under the new this up under the new superintendent. What device did not return, Becky, if you mind me asking? Oh, it says, okay, Bada said, are there kickbacks on Flint water meters installation under Neely? About 15 to 20 years ago, Flint got water meters that didn't work. Oh, his computer? Oh, okay, Becky, because he didn't turn. But is he going? Is he doing virtual, right? Or is you homeschooling? If he doing virtual, why would they want to take his computer back? Um, Well, you know what? You got to get more parents down there at that board meetings. You know, it just got to be more. But my thing is this: is it the reason it's not a lot of parents there because it's probably a lot of the kids is not in Flint schools anymore? Or he went virtual. Oh, that's crazy then, Becky, for them doing that. You should call the super. Go. Maybe you should call the superintendent. Okay, okay. Let me read this. Chris, and I'm gonna read Charles and Bot. It said, okay, judicial injustices. My history of Flint goes back to the sit down strike. You're right, he's a puppet. It's heart wrenching to know that our people that are in the position to enact change are nothing more than Stephen Pleased by Samuel Jackson. Stephen played by Samuel Jackson on Django. I can. Oh yeah, I got it and seen it. When you said play, I explained it as played. No, I mean you know what judicial. I'm saying I done heard some of them conversations too. He's a company man. That's why I asked. Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna have Brother Roberts better explain that to you. Because I think he was bringing that up about him. But like I say, not like Brother Rich said, they were singing Anita praise when Anita got it. And then when she got in there, it just went left. Okay, what Chris said, Becky brought her hat because blacks were being hired to work and could not read after 1865. They had to adapt to the modern economy. So they started setting up schools in their communities, which wasn't the public schools. Yes. Okay, Bada. Last board of Ed Super got pulled toward Mott funding. Secret meaning she lost her job. He still has his. Now that's what now about it. Now we can talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be one. Okay, I don't want to be the one to throw it out there because it might be some. It might be another podcast come up saying we. I just want to know because to me, I'm with Rich. Go get somebody on the outside that's really because believe me, it's plenty of people who want to do right until they get in there and get pulled left. And that's the thing. Oh, I agree with you that. And Chris, that's what I'm telling you. And Neely really don't have no real power, to be honest with you. But it could be hearsay. Like I said, if the power, what I'm saying, he don't have no real power is on this aspect. This water should be fixed. If it didn't get did, because Weaver didn't get to get former Mayor Weaver didn't get, and I need to acknowledge them both. Former Mayor Weaver didn't get her second turn to do it. So when Mayor Neely got in, that should have been his whole goal. No, we finna get this water fixed. Do an audit. Why not? You know what I'm saying? People are still suffering and dying from ailments from this water. Do an audit. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like the mayor, whoever, if he do get his second term or if it be a new mayor, I feel they should be with the first thing they should be doing is trying to make the citizens whole of Flint. Make the citizens whole of Flint. I.e., get the water fixed. Fix the houses that here. Take that money, the money that came in, help people keep the houses that they got. And I like that when my Reese was talking about that. As far as that habitat, the money poster came, and you got to get a loan out, take out for them. No, that ain't what that money was for. But see, when this money coming in, all it is for to create other jobs where people can get their hands on the money. It's never gonna go to the citizens because that money that came in the first time, it should not be that Flint doesn't have clean water. Their water infrastructure ain't fixed. Then there was it almost 800 million came in. Oh no, Chris, I believe I'm gonna get on top of that. I mean, I know I'm just trying to get because we get some that go at us. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just in a unique situation because I am really working with people that live in Flint. You know what I'm saying? And Shatara said it many a times. We not from here, but I see her at everything fighting hard, just as hard, but not the way other people might look at other outsiders of it. You know what I'm saying? We all can say, well, we got family in Flint. Like half my family still stay in Flint. You know what I'm saying? First, second, third. I don't know. I don't got none on the fourth ward. Fifth ward, sixth ward. Seventh ward, ninth ward. I might got some of the eighth ward. I ain't for sure. I doubt eighth, but I might do. I'm just saying, like that's what. If it did receive it, that water ain't fixed. That's what I'm saying, Chris. They should be like that right there. Even the superintendent should have been. It shouldn't be the board. It's but I'm glad the board dealt with it because that go along with the get along. It's still the same thing. That's why I just want to see what this superintendent gonna do. Let's see if he's not a company man. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find some people because I wouldn't care if it was my daddy. If he a crook and he was doing, I'd tell him, man, that ain't real what you doing. See, I'm not one of them who not saying I wouldn't turn him in, but I would tell him to his face. Shatar would be in war, hopefully. Yeah, maybe. Hey, look, she working on it, Chris. You know what I'm saying? We want to get her up in there because I know she would be going going hard at him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sick of people that just you're not helping the citizens. You know what I'm saying? Like them areas, Flint. I be in Flint every day, except that why I got this COVID. I'm in there every day. Now I'm not talking about down there at the building with Dewan. I'm in Flint every day, working there. I'm over on that side every day. Grew up in there. Like I said, I just been out of Flint for what 2 years, 3 years. Was there when the water crisis started and everything. But I mean, I do want to see. I know it could be better. I'm not gonna sit up there and be like I hear everybody when they say they want to leave, why they left. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock them. I listen to both sides. I tell them I'm not up in there, but you know what I'm saying. With it, if Flint, man, Chris, I listen. I'm gonna say this. I think Martin Luther King Jr. He would be mad at that whole civil right community right now. Wouldn't none of them he would be happy with. They is not making change. Let's just be real. The people that we got leading right now, they are not making change. Okay, nah, I haven't. The last time I think I voted in Flint when I voted for Mayor Weaver. I think that was the election nearly won. That was the last time I voted in Flint, and I'm gonna tell you that was the last time I voted in Flint. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh no, Chris, but see, we get caught up, Chris. We get caught up on these imaginary lines and stuff. That's how we get played every time when blacks. So we get caught up. I get it when they be saying none because you got some non-residents. We got some non-residents who he just got friends that blacks ain't being treated fairly in America. Period. We just got to say not just the whole of America. Just get but if have you noticed, a lot of them are Democratic run states too, Democratic run cities too. So we got to be honest with these places. These are Democratic run cities and states, and yet we going trying to hold. And judicial injustice, answer this question for me. How do you feel about the blacks that's going up there to Joe Biden to try to convince him to push the John Lewis Voting Right Act bill, if I think I'm saying it right. How you feel about that? You got some some Congress people that's fasting, not eating. Can you type and tell me how you feel about that? Me personally, I feel like we once again, I'm gonna use a different word. We trying to negotiate with some snakes. Yeah, John Lewis voting bill. How do you feel about that, judicial injustices? You can answer that too, Chris. How you feel about that? Are we negotiation or are we going down? Are we going down there begging for them to write us in the law to vote? That's but the sad thing about with the county, Becky, you got 3 people on there from Flint. So why they not them county commissioners? Why they not fighting hard? Oh yeah, Chris, I felt that too. But, you know what? But Bada, now Stacey Abrams, I'm like kind of to me, I'm just telling you how I feel. With all black leaders that pale faces put out there for me, I don't trust them. I mean, I understand because look how they threw Andrew Gillum out there for us, and to me, all of them be. I would if she was running for president, I would vote for her because she black. I don't, I'm just like them. I don't care. A black person, you know what I'm saying? As long as they ain't, just, oh my God, man. As long as I ain't voted for no black Republican. I'm just gonna be real for you. But my thing is this: they be too many company people. I look at Clyburn, how he went up here and did this. I wanted Joe Biden. I mean, I didn't want Joe Biden. I wanted Bernie Sanders to get it. Bernie Sanders was the only one that was talking real to me. Joe Biden wasn't talking no good stuff. But look how Jim Clyburn, a company man in the Democratic Party, when they called the blacks again to help pull Joe out, because Joe was in a tight fight. And then look what you get in return. Okay, he number 3 in the Democratic Party, but you can't get that John Lewis bill passed. Woodson is a stub down fighter. You see Woodson from Flint, but went out there to Genesee County and fought. That's what I'm saying. You got, we can't see. We get caught up because we might see some Neely supporters that's not from Flint. That you know what I'm saying. I call myself, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not in Flint, but I call myself a Weaver supporter. You know, I just think she'd have been in there and the things that she showed she was trying to do. I think she would have been the better of the two. I'm gonna say this. I feel like maybe if she would have still been the mayor during this fight that we having with the state, it wouldn't have went the way it went. Like I honestly believe that she wouldn't have voted for, you know what I'm saying, for the council and got with the council and voted what got her 5 votes to vote for that to push it through. I think she would have wanted to take it to trial. I know she would have did it. And I don't even know her like that. I done seen her at different once or twice, you know what I'm saying, at a couple functions when the people was running for council. But I think she would have been a better fighter than who y'all got fighting now, to be honest with you. And I done seen him at a couple functions. But I didn't like a lot of the things, some of the things he was saying. That's just like as far as that garbage contract. And I still want to see what the council gonna do. Eric brought it up. I want to see what they gonna do. Is they gonna go back on that and see what's going on? It's crazy if you're gonna go take the highest bid and you still getting worse service. You know, that's all I'm saying is just why not have a checks and balance compliance firm? But I mean, hey, he got a hell of a lot riding on it. This, cause like you say, what was it? Once the new mayor come, all them deals that, but the council should know. They should be right there. They should be like hawks. They should be like hawks over this compliance firm, seeing how they doing things. So like you, and, hey, listen, I probably won't spend nothing but 20 million of that money this year. We're not finna just blow through that. We in election season anyway. You might not be here. So let's just get some things we can get did. Let's put like Rich said, let's put 11 million on the water balance. You know, zero balance the water fund. If it's a 2 million there, maybe we can take it up to 13. Add some more to it. It couldn't hurt Flint balancing their budget, could it? And with bada, that's what we need. I mean, that's what Flint need then. They need that. And Chris, you is right. Yeah, blacks do need to realize, like Martin Luther King spoke when he said, where there's injustice anywhere, you have injustice everywhere. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy to Flint. Oh, she said I did expose the money from GSID about the money, but FCS had a lot taken from them. But look at the people you had up in there. I just believe this. Auditors on here for only 99.33, not the Flint budget. I want auditors on that first money that came through. That's crazy that what you said over almost $1 billion came in and Flint water not clean. Oh no, you does injustice is not. They ain't man. Listen, these people. I mean, the ones in power been able to get away with so much murder. So many people been getting away with murder that it's just all over. It's just all over. You can see just injustices going down. It's just terrible. Man, they are not trying to give up their power. That's what it's still boiling down to. I don't know when blacks gonna really wake up and realize that we are their problem. Like, what can we do with them? We not finna give you health care that you should have. To me, I feel like the blacks and the poor whites don't get it. They getting just as y'all getting dead just as bad as the blacks, but they don't. Man, listen, we can go right back to when you hear the greatest lie they've been telling. Fox News get to put out there every time, and then you even have certain fools, Republicans, that come on MSNBC and CNN when they say it's the blacks that's on welfare. You know how many times I've heard that from being young, watching that on TV. It's the blacks, and when you look, you see it's more of them, but yet they want to say it's us. Go to them world countries. Man, I would love to do a documentary, but I ain't got the time to be going out there right now. This is a rough time to be going into their land where it's all white at with some but I would love to fund a documentary just to see how they really feel about us again. Cause we seem to don't get it. You will go there, probably go to one of these hick towns somewhere and see them that, that ain't been around blacks and say we the ones tearing the country up, which is crazy. They saying we tearing the country up. No, it is more, not definitely that, but that ain't the story that you hear. They put it out there, but that's what they've been doing. They've been so used to using us as their scapegoat for all their problems. You know, that's all we ever been. It's our fault when we get pulled over, they kill us. I was scared. They come up with so many excuses, and their biggest fear is, nah, just statistically, just speaking, it's more of them, so they would be more. But you would think it should be more whites in jails than it is blacks because the dynamic of they are the minority, but I mean the majority. But no, you got more blacks in prison than you got whites. You got more blacks leading high blood pressure, probably cancer now, diabetes. We leading in everything, but we the minority in the United States. Hell, but you know what? Yeah, no, about they think we gonna do to them what they did to us. That's the problem. They know they did something wicked to us, as far as the beating us, the rape, the killing, the hanging, not able to let you read, treated you like an animal. Oh no, and Bada, no, I'm with you with that. With that, yeah, Facebook, Genesee County said will show you racism. We had the seventh ward when she voted against the two blacks. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, they starting to be minorities, but you have to understand this too, Chelsea. When you see a lot of them people coming on board, though, when you do see them, like far as how they classify themselves, them Arabs, they don't classify as being blacks. I mean, I think they go up on the white, don't they? I don't. I'm thinking like you looking at the Chinese. They don't classify. When I say blacks, I'm talking I'm talking about I'm talking about when they say of color. Look how they come in and treat us at their own stores. Oh no, yeah, but that's what they still judicial. They still. Well, I think slavery is still fires when you yes once you go into they. Yeah, I mean, nah, everybody they want to be white when them foreigners come here. You know what I'm saying? When they come here, they think they is. Just go look at it. Where they gonna live at? We accept everybody in our neighborhood, but everybody don't accept us. I don't agree with that, Judge. When you say Arab, Arabic do not like black people, they tolerate us. They most definitely don't like white. I can't go with that one because they running over here to a white country. And when you go look at their neighborhood, they gonna live closer to the whites than they do the blacks. That's who they got to do business with. They not opening up no. They want to be closer to them. And I'm just maybe I'm seeing something different. You know what? I don't really feel like. I think when they come over here, they give them the plan because I don't think they letting. I'll give you an example, and I'm gonna just deal with the because now I might be being called on my Tariq Nasheed thing right now. As far as FDA, foundational, the foundational blacks, when they letting the ones from the islands come over here, they act like they don't. They act like they don't get it. I forgot what congresswoman. What is she? Haitian or something? When she was trying to speak up for far as the racism, like they not let no. They wouldn't let Patrice Lumumba come over here. They gonna let they sellouts that they allowing to come over here. When you see how them Africans come, they some of them treat us just as bad as the whites. They act like they don't get it. And I don't watch different people like Godfrey, the comedian. He even spoke about it because I forgot what African country he's from, but he was raised in America. But like he said, no, they do. They do let a lot of the sellout Africans to come over here to look down. See, they get them. They don't want nobody to wake nobody up. They not coming over here. They don't want us to build. Nah, Becky, I can believe that some Africans identified as white. It is a scholar in Detroit that talk about the color situation, and that's what it is. But they want everybody to come here to hate the blacks that's here. That's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We look down on our own. It's like they look at us like they forget that our ancestors. We our boat came here. Y'all just might have hit at Haiti before y'all got here, but we so rough with each other that they just look down. You can watch movies where you see the Africans that do come. I'm talking about the black Africans. I'm not. I understand they. I just look when they come like we be already like semi friction. We don't even know each other. We could be third or fourth cousins that don't even know each other, and we got beef because that's how the different ones come from the island. That come, they want to get closer to the white counterpart. Just look how they treat the blacks to come in. It seems like everybody to come here, they get a pre-notion that like I don't trust the blacks in America. It's just crazy how we are. Like when you see the whites come, they might have had a thing, but they gonna work if he Irish, if he Italian, if he Polak, if he Jewish. They still know how to deal with each other, even if it ain't for the best. But what we get, you can't see us do business. Yeah, they might have beef with each other, but they gonna still do business. We the only race that we wanna. I'm gonna look at the census, Becky Brown, but I'm just saying how we, the ones that's over here in America, and then the ones that come from their homeland or whatever, when they come here, just look how we treat each other. No, hey, you know what, Chris? They got a hell of a plan though, but Trump got put in power, man, and I hate to beat this down, beat the bush again. I don't know if America gonna let a woman be president. This is a male chauvinist country. I do not see them letting no man be president. I'm woman being president. It is what it. Just remember, this was a woman who nurtured him, took care of him, fed him, and when he got 18, could vote. He wouldn't even vote for his mama. It was when the women was able to vote, white women was able to vote. Just think about it. This is a country that thought women were nothing but to have babies to do what they wanted them to do. This is the type of people that we dealing with. And as I guess as they was coming out, getting a little more enlightened, getting brought up to different degrees where they could start seeing the woman that she was more, just somebody to have kids, cook and clean and wash the clothes. Remember, it was a time they didn't want her to work. She was just to rear the kids. And whatever other things they wanted to use, if they wanted to have brothels. Just think about that. This is a person who created a country. But you have to remember this come from England though when they came. They set up you can set up brothels, do anything you want to do with a woman. She couldn't vote though. They didn't want her to say so. And now they didn't gave her some power only because they still want to hold on to power. So understand that. You know what, Chris? Maybe when they granddaddies die right now. I just can't see it. Yeah, judicials. I'm gonna read this if y'all haven't read what he just said. Christians teach women are subservient, bada bada. I mean, but this is the people who took it and put they spent on it. I don't believe we getting the truest form of the Bible, the Holy Bible as they giving. I believe they giving us a watered down version of it. Because in that same book it tell you to obey your master, turn the other cheek. I don't. Oh, sorry about that, sister. I'm sorry about that, sister. My bad, Judicial Justice. I'm sorry about that. So sorry about that, sister. Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, in what country, Becky Brown? You said African women were in leadership. Oh, yo, I got it. Oh no, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah. Oh no, no doubt. But that's what I'm saying. We dealing with. Remember when they came out the Caucasus Mountains, they had to get brought up to degrees. Remember, when Moses went to them. See, we have to bring we have to honestly be honestly with their history. We don't know ours, but we got to be honest with their history because see, we playing around and we don't understand when you can have a council people when they running. You had only one. Rich Jones was he was running, but he was speaking on zero balance to water. We All the ones that was running didn't say zero balance to water. All the ones that was running didn't say we shouldn't be paying for poison water. Even when the mayor was running. I don't know, maybe he was. He did say he would do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, look at him. Even look at the lady at the top, Gretchen Whitmer. She could easily, hey, look, allocate this. Because I could have swore they just said Michigan just got some billions in their coffers. Allocate this to get the infrastructure, the water situation fixed in Flint. Let's get that together. Benton Harbor, same situation. Don't make sense. That Oh, no doubt, Becky. I'm just saying in this Western hemisphere, in this country called America. You know what I'm saying? In the United States. And I go through a movie. I remember watching the Alexander movie when they had conquered Babylon. When he went there and he said, we call them savages, but we the ones really the savages. I know that might have flew over a lot of people's head, but when they saw Alexander them came over, they were seeing how they had palaces and compared to how they was living, and they were saying that I can't think of the name of them people now, but they were savages. And when he looked, and this is the stories he was told that them people were savages over there. So when they went there, they went over there, they got to see like, damn, really we savages. And that's what it is. It's like we dealing with savages who done cleaned themselves up. It's a killer with a suit on. He not dressed like the regular way. When we think of gangs and gangsters, we see people walking up and down the street, thugs. Them are not thugs. Them are people that are confused, trying to survive. A real gangster, where who can have you took out and don't have to do nothing. Get you took out. Oh, I know about it. I was using it as a point to show you with savages how they will say you a savage and they really the savages. I was talking about Becky Brown about the movie. I ain't gonna call it, but it was Alexander. When they were showing him post to conquer with the known world, you know. But if you go look wherever the paleface go to, they go with Warren. It's just like they just like to destroy. They just love to destroy, conquer, tell you they want to go over there to the Muslim country, conquer, tell them that women can start dressing like this, you can start drinking liquor. That's why I have a big thing against the, certain Arab countries, even with these Arabs over here, when they say they Muslim. That's why I fall more under the NOI, because y'all be backing down. Y'all let Bush them tell y'all they bombed y'all. I understand they knocked them back down to the Middle Ages, but when you say you don't fear no God but a lie, you let a man come tell you, he come over there tell you what your woman can vote. I'm not saying they was right or wrong, but she don't have to cover herself. You got McDonald's over here. Now you eating pork over here. And that's like with these Christians. When you saying, oh, I believe in God, but this water not fixed here in Flint. You know, show me the first church who gonna take his church out there and they're gonna be downtown out there every day, you know what I'm saying, fighting, he battling with them. If you quick to sign the people up, we can be tricked into, to doing things when you gotta understand when people hurt, they just trying to get help. Anybody that can come in smooth talking can fool them. Until you see. I'm gonna still say this water deal that everybody signed up, even myself, but I didn't opt in. We signed a record contract. Maybe I got dropped. Like I told you, they didn't like my single. I was taking too long to get my single together. But we was told by our council people, you gotta opt in. We was told by our mayor, you gotta opt in. We had pastors. Come to my church. We get you signed up. I'm not saying people and you can't be fooled, but now that we know we done been fooled, how can we change it? Who gonna step up there and gonna fight to get it undid? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So is somebody gonna help us? Well, that's my whole thing. And Chris, it seems like we still in slavery. They just letting instead of you walking with a horse, they let you get a car and ride around and make a mistake we done did something. I wish somebody would really tell the story of that, do a movie on Black Wall Street. Whom do you trust in your community? If that's for me, but I don't trust none of them right now. I mean, I like a lot of them, but I don't trust none of them. I mean, even out here in the township, I don't. You know, I remember I was at a light. Was this on Linden Road and Corona Road? I'm gonna just show you how silly I. Not matter of fact, at the gas station. I remember I'm getting out. The white lady, she in there in her car. We both pull up. I get out. I like how she locked her doors. I hop right back in my car and lock my door. I let her go because I'm more scared of her. She can say anything and something can happen to me. I can't go in there. Oh, I studied before the Mayflower. But this my thing. Why? See, if we had our own schools, I wish somebody would have that was a scholar that could come on and give them classes online for kids. I would have my kids on there. Like I say, my kids will tell you they hear the minister of Farrakhan. Listen, Chris, now, man, listen. Now, we go back to the Black Plague with them. That was not over in no African country, man. If you go look what they brought, man, they brought that disease and, you know, oh no, they gonna put you in Facebook jail anytime you tell the truth on. That's even if you tell the truth. I feel like this with the vax. If you tell the truth on the vax, it said the minister, okay, judicial system. She said the ministers are supposed to be the leadership in our community. They are supposed to be the voice of truth and righteousness. Unfortunately, most churches are business in this day and time. Oh yeah, Miss Deloney, the Freedom School. Man, But see, we need. I feel like it should be more people. I don't know how much help she got if she got a lot of students, but when you have a pillar in your community that does the Juneteenth thing, that's what I'm saying. Look how that Juneteenth thing situation went down. When you got a mayor and you got Miss Deloney who been giving it, but you made it two different ones. See, sometime, man, I don't care what. See, everybody that shouldn't be a mayor. Everybody shouldn't be a but I shouldn't say that. But a lot of people, even police, you gotta have temperament to be in these positions or city council. See, people just getting in these positions and well, I'm gonna do this, and they mind and heart is not in the place to help the people. And that's our problem. That's why I can't wait till when we get the A4 council person on Dennis Pfeiffer. You know, I mean, if y'all have questions, type them in, but let's be respectful to each other. You know, when we set this up, because I'm gonna try to bring other ones on too, and we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of it. It's gonna be respectful, just like if you was on watching MSNBC or M Live. Let's be respectful with the questions. I know some gonna want to say this, you know, fires bring the racism up. We're gonna get to that, but we're gonna do it respectful. But we're gonna ask about the city council. Like, I don't know if Seven Ward gonna come, but we're gonna put the flyer out there. You know, Dennis said he coming. You know, we're gonna get Dennis said he was coming because this, like I say, this is Rich putting this together. You know, we're gonna try to get yeah, we're gonna bring them on. We're gonna bring Pfeiffer on. I'm gonna bring Judy Presley on, like I did tell Dewan. Like, you know, on some aspects, I feel like we was wrong putting the dog, but it was out of hindsight of messing with. We was wrong on that. We got to be respectful because we want people to respect us, but we're going to come with facts. But that was just some of the comedy things. But we're going to get the Fourth Ward Councilwoman on, Judy Presley. I'm going to try to see if we can reach out to Tanya Burns. You know, maybe Shatara can sit down. Like these things with the platform, we're going to try to bring to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have no excuses. It should be ran better, but we're going to bring these different people on. We're going to, we can get Eric on. We're going to try to get we had Ladell Lewis on. We never brought Quincy on. We're going to try to see if we can get them on and get some of our understanding. And it's not going to be about who won or who lost. We just going to get down what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to get Quincy on before we can talk about policies. You know, it's not going to be nowhere. You know, we're going to be back and forth. And if that's what they coming on for, I mean, we're not coming for that. We're going to talk policies. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? I want to know why, like some of the questions she said with the second ward councilwoman, where she can come and defend her own things. You know, we're gonna reach out if they don't come. Oh well, it's not no sweat off our back. It's not gonna be said we didn't try out there and reach. You came before. You know what I'm saying? You know, elections is over with, but we're gonna get them on there. And we're gonna each one at a time. We can sit down and talk about their policies. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you feel that you need the like my biggest thing, but I'm going with Dennis first. Why do they feel like y'all needed that compliance company? You see how I keep saying we, because Flynn never left out of me. You know what I'm saying? I want to know why they feel like they need that compliance firm. You know what I'm saying? If you hired a CFO, a guy that you paying this money to, that's his job. But if you hiring him for 1 year to show you how to spend some money, and I mean like I wouldn't probably spend no more than 20, right? Maybe 15 to be honest with you. Because it's an election time. We're gonna do some, you were right, Chris. Like I say, we're gonna bring we want to ask them questions and get it out here. I don't want them to come on thinking they finna get some softball questions. We're gonna ask for every vote that they did. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not bother. That's what I'm saying. But I wouldn't spend no probably about 15 million with this compliance firm. You know what I'm saying? Nah, well, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to rush to spend it all right there. The council should know The council should be right there with that compliance company, watching how this money gets spent. It shouldn't be because this how the mayor want to spend. Because on that case, he might be getting told how it's being spent. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if they gonna work in cohesive together, which they should, as a co-equal branches, they should be able to sit down and learn how to spend this money because that go along with these kickbacks with this person that need to be put out there. Like I'm sick of all that we going behind closed room doors, them deals. When deals is there behind closed doors, this is how you get screwed. Put it out there for the people to see if you ain't got nothing to hide. All that we go in an executive order. I feel that's the most disrespectful thing to go is an executive. Why? Why? If it's about the city should know. The citizens should know what's going on. It shouldn't be what things might get leaked out because it's just how information get. Things get leaked out in them executive orders, and you be hearing rumblings what's be going on. Like just to me, I feel like listen, quit doing all them doors. I hope the next administration. Oh, no doubt, Chris. Exactly that. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind if you came through and interviewed one of them and set it up, Chris. Like I say, it's just like maybe she won't. Maybe might don't want to talk to us. She might be a little biased to us. But we'll get a platform and set it up for somebody that can do the interview with her. Can do the same thing with Quincy. Do the same thing if she don't want to do it with Brother Roberts, Dewan, Brother Dewan, Sister Shatara, Brother Darius. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been down at the building with this COVID, so I don't know who are the new people, but I'm pretty sure we can line somebody up to do the interview. You know what I'm saying? We can get it did. We can come to their location. If they want to shot it, if they want to do it in the second ward, if she got a building or something, or a business, we can do the interview there. I'm not tripping. I'm gonna give you some of the things we trying to do. Cause I still feel like what we doing, once we get it together, we're gonna be cold in this media thing. We're gonna be cold once we get it together. You know? But I'm saying we got people, we willing to go outside and find other people to come in and do the interview if they don't like the ones that we got to interview them. You know, I'm I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm just with like let's put it out there, get the people on here and get a community and let them see for themselves. Like, do you feel this person in the best interest? Can you defend not as your best interest? Can your council person or woman, councilman or councilwoman defend what they voted for? That's my thing. You know, I wouldn't mind getting Eva Worthing on. Because I do want her to defend when she said back last year about one of her students. I don't need her to defend it. I want her to explain it a little better when she said when her student said she was racist. Because a kid wouldn't just say that. So I do honestly want her, to explain that. If she don't want to talk about it, hey, we don't gotta talk about that. I just feel like she put it out there in the public forum. I would her enlighten us on what she was meaning by that. Like I say, it's just different things we want to bring y'all, bring information up on here, y'all. I'm right now. I'm in the works with trying to set up a show fires literacy. I mean, not economic literacy. Me and my cousin, we trying to figure it out. We try to get different people that's gonna come on. Like we got plenty of things we trying to do. It's so many shows we trying to bring and do it right. Because as you see, it was like trial and error putting Fli-City together. So we want to, so we just want to get up here and find, bring different things to the people. Some you might like, some you might don't. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna bring them to you anyway. I'm trying to create a show for we can start highlighting to do fires without bringing the local talent on and about their projects. We not just we're gonna have Probably more rappers, but I want to bring the independent and Flint filmmakers on who doing movies. I want to bring book writers on, let them explain that. You know what I'm saying? Far, a bunch of entrepreneurs. We want to do it better as far as businesses, clothing lines. I want to bring all them different people on. You know what I'm saying? Just not on Fli-City, but Fli-City is the platform we're gonna bring the rest of the shows to. This is what's gonna create everything. But it's like I said, it's a lot of things we're gonna be doing. You gonna start seeing this, probably down in council. You know what I'm saying? Channel 12 M Live be down there doing interviews. We got the cordless microphones, we got the cameras. You know what I'm saying? We got the pro. Well, we'll be able to do our interviews down there. Probably show them on the show later on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things we're gonna be trying to bring to y'all. We're gonna try to come with a lot of information. I'm gonna try to get Brother Jaleel back on and let him talk, let him come over here and sit down, maybe bring him in on Zoom, let him sit down. Because he got a lot of positive things he doing over there. You know what I'm saying? That he doing fires with Man Up. You know what I'm saying? We need to get behind a lot of our blacks that's doing things, regardless, if they doing the righteous things, regardless what denomination or what religion they falling up under. Christian, Muslims, we should be backing anybody that's trying to help us. You know what, brother? I don't know what Rich did. Rich probably playing with them dogs or something, man. I'm gonna get Rich back on, man. I'm gonna get Rich back on, call Rich up and see what Rich did. What was the hold up with the brother, man? Rich, I don't did he? Oh wow, you know what? My phone was on mute. Let me call Rich right now, man. Let's see what Rich doing. Yeah, let's see what Rich doing for a hot second. Yeah, Rich been gone. When Rich phone went down. When I told him his phone went down. Yes, he showed that he did have to go to Lansing. He did say he was gonna be down there with Cynthia. No, Rich said his phone died, people. I'm trying to get him back on here right now.
All right, man.
Rich on his way back on now. He said his phone that he had to charge his phone back up. His phone that went down. You know, it was just just doing. Bada. Yeah, nah, Bada. We just trying to put some things together for coming with some information. That's all. We just trying to put some things together and you know, try to counter with the things that's being out here. I told Rich to go get him a laptop. He gonna tell me I caused him to break his, but I was setting up. He's because he messed up his what's the name. I tell Rich that all the time. Yeah, but it's just certain things we got to work on, family. That's all. We'll get it right. We're gonna eventually get. I can't wait till we get we can actually get what I'm working on. I'm trying to get a spot where I can actually go ahead and build a studio where I don't have to be dragging all this, and there's a few more equipment pieces that we can really have a real live studio when y'all can come in and we can do shows. That's my goal right now is to find a building that I can go ahead and build a studio, but we can be like Fox News or not with the propaganda, but MSNBC and CNN with the different shows. People can come in and shoot their show, and where we can build this platform up, where we can bring y'all different things. I would love to shoot a cooking show, to be honest with you. I could, Becky, set it up in my basement, but I'm trying to have a spot. I don't want with this COVID situation. I don't want everybody coming in my spot, to be honest with you. I want to have it like how we meet at the building and stuff, but I want us to have our own media building. You know, I want us like I would love. Oh no, Chris, I'm gonna vet everybody because I got kids. I have. It's two girls. Well, one got her own, but she be here, and I got my teenager. She be here. I don't believe in letting everybody come. You back on, Rich? I don't believe
Hey,
letting
what's going
everybody
on, folks?
come to my house. Rich, they just said what happened, Rich? The people didn't know what happened. They thought
Man,
you left. They thought you dipped out.
my phone died.
What Becky Brown said, go buy you a laptop at Staples for $300.
For real, we're
Yeah,
gonna have to go create a GoFundMe for one of them.
we
Becky
need.
Brown, I got you though. I'm gonna get one of them. I ain't gonna tell you when, but it's gonna happen.
No, Rich, that's what I was trying to tell her. I'm trying to. That's why I need a building. We can have. If we had a building, I can go ahead and set the room. I want to set up a real studio. Like I got way more equipment than I got, but I want to be able to have. I want to be able to set up the TV, the monitors had two screens. You know what I'm saying? Have it set up right when they come in. I'm trying to get a desk built. What Becky
Yeah,
Brown said the library will have. Nah, we see, but that's the thing we need to do. See, we need to get our funding right. You know what I'm saying? We need to get our funding right. 'Cause like I said, we had a building. Oh, it'd be this. I swipe this all the way together. It'd be already did. You know what I'm saying? Once we get the building did, the backdrop, got the green screen, we can have different things did. Set up, I would love to have a studio A and studio B where we can shoot multiple shows at the same times, but on different channels. Well, go ahead, brother, and you've been gone for a minute. I was telling about the different platforms we trying to bring, like the different shows, like with Rich Jones, Flint Voices, with the Fli-City Blackout. Like I'm in the works with Shatara, the blowing smoke with Shatara. I probably shouldn't have said it, but yeah, Shatara, we trying to do her show. We finna do her show. Like all this is finna be spinning off Fli-City Blackout. You know what I'm saying? And I'm even creating. I got me a show coming. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
oh,
thinking
your
about
show gonna be the fire, man. Your
no.
show, cause I'm gonna be your head of everything.
I know. No, I'm rich.
Your
I'm
show gonna be the fire, man. I
well,
can't wait. When we gonna come out with that one?
after we get everybody's. I'm gonna be probably the last one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna probably do mines, and probably maybe May, June. I'm gonna work on mine because I want to get all y'all's did first. You know what I'm saying? I want us to get a building where we can get our room, where we can go ahead and like set it up. I want us to have a green room. You know what I'm saying? So when the people seeing the other people on, they can be watching you know what I'm saying, what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I want us to have our office. It's like I want it to be ran. It's gonna be. Oh, Shatara, me and her. I caught COVID by the bottle. If I didn't catch COVID, Shatara show would have came out this month. But when I caught COVID, oh, we're gonna have a mobile unit. Rich, see y'all looking at Rich is gonna be our guy. He's gonna be our reporter. That's gonna be at City Council.
Man, yeah,
Rich,
we gonna,
they don't know. We working on it. It's like we got this. We got the stuff. Like, but we just trying to get it all set up. Bada. We trying to get our press passes. Did we working on that? But like I said, when I caught COVID, it threw everything off because I was, like,
Man, y'all been
Oh,
on ever since
yeah,
I woke up. Ever
hell,
since I woke my peoples up this morning.
you better believe
So,
it. Who was the light skin? You not talking about the older guys, you Chris. You talking about the light skinned guy. Was it Gino? You talking about who was the light skinned brother that came when we seen when the show came on, Mickey? Who was the light? Oh no, brother, that's me. That's me. You can see. Yeah, that was me, man. I ain't had no haircut because I ain't been to the barber yet. I don't let all this grow out. That's why I have my hat on, man. I got to clean. Next week I'll be at the barber shop. Good, and I can
yeah,
go
my
in there.
barber just came off a 14-day quarantine.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I got it. So
no, that's me, brother Chris with the
I
beard.
gotta do that too. So I don't know. I think I might count another 48 hours, then go,
I mean, to be on the safe side, I done
you
did over
know.
20 days. But I took the test and said I'm negative. I was just trying to, stay at
Yeah.
extra what's the name.
I'm
That's
taking
the
my
only way.
barber one of these self tests too. Then we're gonna decide on a haircut after he get his results.
Nah, Chris, I ain't no dark skin. Chris, he thought I was dark skinned brother. Nah, I ain't no dark skin brother.
No, hey, look, don't never show your face again. Keep talking, but never show your face.
I know I'm on my DJ Vlad. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to let him. I just gave
Yeah,
him.
just keep
No,
talking.
because
Make some people, make a couple people mad.
no, what I'm doing.
No,
See,
I'm
right
just
now,
playing, dude.
I'm trying to entice them from when they do come from when I do my show. Like I'm gonna let Rich gonna be behind the scene. He gonna have to work this behind this because that's why I'll be off camera because I'll be having to work the equipment and do this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they be mad at me when we had some bad days. Them be the days I've been and walked out in the hallway, and then DeWine have been and went to touching things and we go left. And men be arguing back there. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, brother, like we working on like, hey, we're gonna bring y'all different shows in this platform. Now mine, I want to do mine's like because I'm an early person, Rich, man. I like to be up at 5. You know what I'm saying? I really like to record about 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah, we can have a
Like
we
mine,
can
go ahead.
we can create a binge thing where we can just get up at 5 o'clock and they know they ain't watching nothing at no 5 o'clock in the morning, but when that time of the day come where they on their chill and they want to whatever, different people, different time.
No,
Just like Pastor Miller, just like everything, different people, everybody like we live right now.
yeah,
It's a
no
lot of
doubt.
people that just can't watch what we doing live. But
Yeah, no doubt.
it's also people at different times, different days that they can go back and see
Yeah,
what's
but
going on.
see, no, but Becky Brown said we should add the clubhouse so people can call. No, Becky, I got a machine you can call in right now. I think if we friends on Facebook, just like I hit Rich, I just sent Rich a link. We on StreamYard. I just, I'm just really learning it because Becky, only time I use this equipment, like I said, this equipment was sitting in boxes. And to Gino, I gotta keep saying Gino, God bless his soul. I gotta keep bringing him. When Gino the one told me come down there with Dewan. No, I ain't gonna say a bunch of y'all can call, but y'all can call. Yeah, you can call in after one call. You know what I'm saying? We'll have you on hold till the next call come in, but we can take calls. Nah, Chris,
Yeah, we was gonna use the phone yesterday. I just couldn't get you the phone number.
yeah, because he didn't want to put it out over the what's name. But I'm gonna grab another phone. You know what I'm saying on everything. I'm gonna grab another phone because I ain't want to give out my real phone number neither. But I'm gonna do a phone just for. I'm gonna grab a new phone for people can call it. Nah, Becky, Becky. We finna Becky part of the team. We're gonna put Becky on the research, and when she want to come on, and when Bottom want to come on and do the hot topics, we're gonna create a lane for everybody. That's what this is really for. You know what I'm saying? I would love what we could pay people. You know what I'm saying? I would love to link in with the Flint beat. You know what I'm saying? To bring her on some days. You know what I'm saying? Jaquanda, because that's Brother Robert's daughter. To bring her on and let her. You know what I'm saying? I would love.
He must have just went out there. I just let him. Where was he at?
I would love them to. I would love to reach out with the different. You know, we link in to do things. You know what I'm saying? I would love to bring them on, but like I said, I'm almost. I mean, I'm really over my quarantine, but I'm just putting another week on it. You know what I'm saying? Just to be on the safe side. I don't just think about me. I think about I'm not Chris. We finna get that together, man. Like I say, man, I got my own company, my 810 News Media Group. You know what I'm saying? The wine got the Fli-City Blackout. We joining together to you know to bring you these platforms. Like we're gonna have different ones. Like I said, I was God is good because I like I said, me and my cousin was supposed to do ours, and I just happened to I
We
just
got to.
I happened to ran into these guys. I ain't ran into my guys down there at Fli-City. I mean, down at the Black Lives Matter, and I kind of put mine. But it's good because I learned how to use this equipment. This was my first time opening up. Like I didn't even have a mic hooked up the first time. Y'all was hearing us talk just from the. Nah, Becky, it's gonna be after I do mine. It'll be 30 days. I mean, by the bottom when I do mine. Like I'm like Becky Brown. Man, listen, I want to get with Becky Brown to bring her on. I want to get with Jolena Freeman. You know the Water Word. I would love to do a show just with the Water Word. Nah, he wouldn't. He just my. You know what? My father was friends with him, with his father. I just had met him. I ain't seen Gino since I was a kid. Like I ain't seen Gino in some years. I was a kid when I ran into him again. We was neighbors, so it was like. Uh, he just, you know, he was telling me he was down there at Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, I ain't. Yeah, Becky. I mean, nah, we gonna put this platform together, Rich. That's why with Rich, I would love some people to come on and help me with Rich, like you know, far as we write the shows, come with the information for we can set it up. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I wanna do a couple of little live performances and stuff. You know,
But see, we have, but see,
it's so many, it's so many things that can be happening around. So many things that's going on, and so many activists or elected officials, everyday people, uh, like man, y'all know we got like uh dance squads that does national tournaments and wins, and it's just a lot of stuff going on in this city, good and bad.
not no doubt. That's why I'm here with it. Like Rich Chris Collins said, you supposed to be on the road, man. He thought you was down there with Cynthia.
For me,
Yeah.
no, no. Sunday is my day that I'm finna get off of this thing because I got to get to church.
Oh no, yeah.
Sunday Sunday is my day that people that go to church, I provide self COVID test to in the city of Flint. So I done the best I could, far as that go, far as getting people on that bus, and
Right.
I pray that it was packed. Um, that's the extent of it. Saluted Miko. I know he's gonna be up there speaking, so we will be represented
Oh yeah,
on
no
the
doubt.
glass and on the microphone, man. And I heard some people was supposed to be interviewing Cynthia and stuff like that. So we will be represented and stuff, you know. And I support everybody up there, and I just think we need to put more and more momentum and notifying what's going on in our criminal justice system, especially my cause that I've been on for years. Is another thing that I've been on. Single cell prison need to be open. If
Right.
you catch the COVID, put them in the single cell until they do not have the COVID anymore. Very simple.
Yeah.
This, whatever they're doing, is not working. And there's lots of complaints, and there's a lot of issues that could be solved by simply putting lives over profit. Because when it all boils down to it, that's what's going on in these prisons is profit over lives.
No
They
doubt.
don't want to open a single cell prison. That's That's it. And the only way that and the single cell prison has been closed ever since they shut them down. And the reason why they shut them down was because we can put more on the cell and we can use same number of guards to watch.
We
Profit
gotta
over lives.
we gotta tune in to I said to the Hood News Network. I created the Hood News, ain't it? Yeah, Hood News Network. Yeah,
Man, I
yeah,
support the hood news to the fullest. What
yeah,
is
we're
he?
not. No, I'm just saying. Becky Brown said, make sure y'all join Flint's HNN Hood News because I think he doing something at 6 o'clock about the COVID test. He bringing the doctor on. That's what I said. I'm gonna bring one on. That was an art project. Okay. Yeah, no, but that's why we got. That's why we over here. That's why we over here with the 810 News Media Network. You know what I'm saying? We over here, but we do we not we do we have brought Art on. We're gonna bring Art on again too. We want to get Art on again. He had good information. No, we want to
Yeah,
bring him on.
that's what we gotta broaden the 810 news.
And no, we brought it. We brought. That's
Yeah,
what
we
we're gonna
gotta
have it.
that's that's the second lick that the city needs.
Yeah, no doubt. That's why we be putting I'll be putting your Flint voices on there on the Facebook page of that 810 News Media Group. You know what I'm saying? I was going,
Hmm.
it's different shows. Like I say, we're gonna be flooded. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be flooded. We finna build these platforms up. Like I said, I even got a YouTube channel for the media group for the 810.
Yup.
But we working on this one right now. We're gonna have multiple YouTube channels where we pushing the message through. But it's still gonna be up under the 810 News Media Group and the Fli-City Blackout platform.
Yup. And that's what it gotta be. And that's the way it is.
Yeah, we
So
gonna
we good, man. Well, anyway, man, I gotta get out of here and get up to this church. I just came over here to,
uh,
do that thing with these little dogs again.
hey,
In
well,
and
Rich,
out with the dog.
before you go, Chris Caleb said you attended Thrill Kill Church. Pastor Thrill Kill, like I'm guessing.
No, no. I'm a member of Christ Fellowship, but I go to when I attend church, and the church I'm about to go to now is Grace Tabernacle.
Oh, will you be shooting your shot from the Flint Voices from?
Yep,
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
that's my boy. And Pastor Theo is one of the few people that I talk to. I
Oh
don't
no,
talk to a lot of people.
oh no, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I'm gonna let y'all because I've been on here for like 3 hours. But I'll be back on in like an hour. I'm gonna take my
Man, it feel like I ain't even done nothing. It feel
no,
like,
you
oh my
didn't.
God, the time's flying.
No, you because you remember you was off. I had to carry the show while you was gone when your
Yeah, but
phone
I'm
went
just
off.
thinking from the time that my phone dropped till to golly, like I just walked. God, this crazy.
Brother, it's been I've been on for 3 hours and 38
Time
minutes.
is
I did, but
time is
listen,
flying.
we had good people on here, brother. When you left, they was asking for you. I done had 6, 7 people on here, man. I don't know
That's
how many
good.
people was watching without, but I did explain a lot of the things that we finna be bringing. I'm a bring. Like I said, I was telling them the different platforms we bringing Dennis Pfeiffer on, but hey, a lot of, I mean, Becky Brown.
Hey man, that show next Saturday, that's my voices next Saturday, man. That's the setup. The Cyber Fairway the 15th is really gonna be lit. And that's when we gonna come out with the microphones and all that other good stuff. Man, this it's on.
No,
It's on, Becky.
no, it's up, but no, Becky gonna
Yeah.
we
So
finna
man,
bring
let
Becky.
me
Go ahead, Rich. I'll get at you. You
let
know
me get
what?
up out of here, man. I'll holler at y'all.
All right,
Have a beautiful day.
y'all people be safe. I'm gonna check out for about an hour, and I'll be back. I'll probably be back on. What time is it? I'll be back on by 1 o'clock. I'll be back
I'll
on at
tune in
1 o'clock.
about 1:32.
I got you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm finna shut it down. Yes, sir. See y'all people. Be safe. I'll be back in 2 hours.